T-Bone you're about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh, what?
That's my new sound effect. You don't like it?
No.
I won't play it anymore.
I don't like that at all. What is that? Like paint dumping into a bucket? That sounds disgusting.
That can be anything you want it to be. And in my mind, it's him making intense eye contact to Princess Consuelo, who's rubbing his thighs.
Featuring Panama Ted.
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall.
I love a good, thin meat.
And a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You're a little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore.
Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
Happy Friday. Pizza Friday. And for a lot of you, like fish, Lenten Friday. Happy Lent.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to break it all down today.
Yeah. Do what you got to do.
Break it all down.
Is Skip Mossick doing his fish fry?
I haven't heard from Skip, but I assume that he is.
I mean, obviously, lots going on in his
Teddy.
world with,
How you doing,
OSU
Ted?
basketball,
Doing good,
all that
Mike.
stuff.
Will you... Yeah, that's right. He's probably not because he's getting ready for the broadcast in Bloomington.
Yeah, they're taking off. Yeah, to go to Bloomington. Yeah.
Yeah, so not tonight.
No.
But you know what?
But I'm sure they're still doing the fish fry, though, just in his absence.
Yes. Yeah, they didn't just stop because he's not there.
I don't know where he does it.
St. Michael's, I think.
St. Michael's. All right.
St. Michael's.
If they're doing their fish fry, go check it out.
In Westerville? Is that right?
I don't know. I'm not up on where they are. I don't.
Well, last couple of years, they've had a drive-up window. You don't have to be Catholic to enjoy the fish fry.
I love that. No, again, I grew up in the very evangelical world where this was acknowledged as oh yeah, you could do that if you want to, but there were no hard rules about it. So I didn't grow up with it.
That makes no sense to me. You have so many hard rules about other things.
Oh yeah, we couldn't. There was no dancing, no drinking, no swearing.
But, you
want to
have a steak on Friday during Lent, no problem.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there were people that talked about it for sure. That was this is a thing that people do. You could do it if you want to. If you're very you want to show how devout you are. But it wasn't I'm saying it's not like everyone in the church just had to pick something to give up. That was not a thing.
Let me tell you what I did. I was probably 20, 21, and I gave up meat for Lent.
Okay.
All right. Because a lot of you are like, oh, how much do you like bread? I gained weight. It was nothing but bread and, veggie pizza, cheese pizza, and Doritos. I gained weight.
Yeah,
I'd be the fattest vegetarian in the world.
I believe it. Because bread is not a meat. So you can have that all day.
And I'd eat very little vegetables.
I'm surprised. I'm not surprised, actually. That would make total sense because also cupcakes, vegetarian. There's a lot of things you can eat that are vegetarian but not necessarily healthy.
You know what I had today?
What'd you have?
I had the flounder sandwich from Popeyes today.
Oh, and?
That.
Great, huh?
But it pisses me off that they only bring it back during Lenten time. I don't know why we can't have a fried fish sandwich every other day of the year.
I don't know. You know what? Maybe we're just not. Maybe we're not as a culture. We're not embracing fried fish as much as we should. We've clearly embraced hamburgers, fried chicken. What else do we have? Roast beef? I guess we're okay with.
I don't buy that though, because if you go to name your place, Rusty Bucket, Old Bag of Nails, whatever. What do they have there? Fish and chips.
Yes, but those places, unlike fast food, they'll have a lot more on the menu generally.
I'm not saying just have a fried fish sandwich.
No, I'm saying you go to McDonald's, they don't typically have a spaghetti or a lasagna, but those places will have some version of that, right? They'll offer more of a robust menu. They're trying to hit lots of different areas because it's a sit-down place. You never know what people are going to want there. But yeah, I'm with you that we should be embracing fast food fried sandwiches year-round. That should not be a limited time.
All right, tool of the week. You can X us at Man and Bone 971. You can text us 614-787-3093. Pizza Madness, the final first-round matchups. It's coming up at 4 o'clock. I've been told we're must-listen-to radio in the pizza community.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Staffs are gathering around They're slacking off on orders between 4 and 5 because they have to hear what we say about their place or their competition.
Yeah. And you know what? I bet they're probably enjoying it when we talk if we talk about a place and we say, I didn't like it as much, they're probably all like high-fiving each other like, yeah, it's right.
Well, look,
and then they get all worked up, but they don't know. Maybe we're going to rip their place too. We don't know.
We're trying not to be negative, overly negative. Because, again, this is a celebration.
It is.
This is a celebration of Columbus pizza and Columbus business. And so there are some certain things that aren't for me, but we try not to rip on places, even though sometimes we go and it tastes like trash.
Well, see, that's where you and I differ. For me, there's no such thing as bad pizza. There's just pizza I'd rather have, right? Like,
I've had some bad pizza.
Again, if I don't like the toppings, but if it's a sweet sauce, I kind of prefer the more robust sauce, the spicier, a little bit of more flavor to it. But I'll eat a sweet sauce and enjoy it. I'm trying to think. I had a pizza not too long ago that I told you, I was like, it wasn't great, but I ate like 3/4 of the pizza. I still wolfed it down. It was good.
We have a couple selections today that members of our staff are very passionate about. Flyers is in the competition today. Timmy's going to come in here and he's going to stump for Flyers.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rubino's is in the competition today. And Jen's going to come in here and stump for Rubino's.
They give you a bag. Not a bag. They wrap the pizza.
What's in the bag? You got to buy a box.
We got to buy a box from. It's like an extra 50 cents or $1, whatever it is.
I don't have a problem with that.
No, but also it's funny because Jen was saying maybe we should order some. She goes, but we'll have to order 3 so we can get them in boxes.
Or we could just pay 50 cents for the box.
Or we could buy what we want to and pay for the box if we need to.
I like how Jen's like, we have to order more pizzas.
No, I agree.
So we don't have to pay 50 cents for a box.
I didn't really want to argue. By the way, if you are so inclined, if you have been enjoying Pizza Madness, or maybe you just like pizza, if you're watching the YouTube channel, you can see this now. I'm holding up our Man and Bone Pizza Madness shirt. These are made from Breaking Tea, our partners there that do a lot of our shirts. They're available now, 971thefan.com. They are like a cream-colored shirt with like a red logo on it. And the idea that we have is that you will customize it yourself by eating greasy, copious amounts of pizza that will then leave stains on the shirt. So you can have your own custom version of this shirt.
Let me tell you something. We've done a lot of shirts. This is my second favorite shirt that we've ever done.
What was your first?
The first one being the special Black Edition Man and Bone World Tour.
Yeah, that
shirt
was great.
That we did. I still
agree.
love that shirt. This shirt is fantastic. And let me tell you something. If you buy one and I see you out and about, normally I give you a little, if I see one of our shirts, I give you a little high five or something.
Right.
Right? But if I see you in one of these shirts and it's clean, I'm going to judge you. I want to see grease stains. I want to see pit stains. I want to see sauce stains. I want to see it all. This is an eaten shirt.
Well, right. I was just going to say, as a large person, as a fat man, I have so many shirts that I have been eating food. I've been enjoying food. And I look down and go, oh, because some of the sauce or grease or something dripped on the shirt. So what this is for is when you know you're going to do some good eating, and pizza's always good eating. There's going to be some grease. There might be some drippings. There might be, get some sauce on it. You can't help that. You're enjoying the pizza. Put this on first. This is like your uniform for when you go to eat some really good pizza. And then over time, it's like like a car that has been used a lot, has a patina on it that shows you like this thing's been through it, but it's still there. That's what we want these shirts to have, is your own special patina.
Trade deadline today. Jackets make a move. Minor. They don't get a minor.
Or a major.
Right.
5 for fighting.
They send a 4th-round pick to San Jose for Luke Kunin. Is that how we're saying his name?
I believe so. Luke Kunin.
Kunin?
I think that's right.
He's a jag. He's just a guy. And that's fine. Look,
yeah.
They got another dose of reality last night in Florida. I'm very proud of this team. I'm still very optimistic about this team, and I'm curious to see what they can do the rest of the season. But I think the last couple nights, you can chalk the Tampa Bay night up to you coming off the outdoor game and the momentum was high, and now you got to reset and get back to reality. I understand all of that, but the other side of it is you're playing 2 really good teams. You can make a case you're playing the 2 best teams in the Eastern Conference. I don't care what the point totals have to say about it. These 2 teams, in my mind, will be there at the end fighting for the cup. And I just don't think consistently, that's the key, consistently you're good enough to compete with teams like this yet.
Well, and I think in our business, we have to make a lot of declarations, right? We have to say, based on what I'm seeing, this is where we are. And I'm with you that right now, the Jackets don't seem to fully yet have that understanding of what needs to be done. When you get into the stretch run in the season, how many of these guys that are playing now, I know we have plenty of veterans on this team that have been through, a lot of different teams, or like in Boone's case, he's been through it with the Jackets before in other seasons. There's a lot of guys on this team that are contributors that have never really been a part of a playoff run, like getting into the playoff run, I mean, not even once you're there, just that level of ratcheting up the type of play that you experience in the last 15, 20 games when you're going with teams that are either playoff teams or close to playoffs. It's going to be a grind, and it's going to be a big challenge the rest of the way for them. So this is where growth can occur, right? Those two losses, bad, didn't go their way, and I think you're right. It's not just the hangover effect now. You have to acknowledge what you're up against, but that's also where you can grow into being a better team. And I would like to hope that if the Jackets can make the playoffs, a couple of nights you just had can eventually, with proper coaching and some really talented players, which I think we both agree the Jackets have now, that can be turned around sooner than later. I don't know if it'll happen this year, but that's still a thing that if you get to the playoffs, these experiences like the last few nights can help you.
So the deadline was 12 minutes ago. Things can trickle in if it was up against the deadline, but it looks like the Jackets don't make any major moves. We'll discuss more of that and some Myles Garrett news that does not make people happy. That's coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the center lane on southbound 315 at 670. It is stop and go from Kinnear Road. And we also have stop and go traffic on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Visit The Waterworks online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And though I generally talk about medicine and effective treatments for erectile dysfunction and other men's sexual health issues, today I want to talk about love. Because love is the best reason to get treated for your ED. You see, ED can cause major relationship issues. In fact, men often push their partners away when ED becomes a problem. The condition can cause depression, arguments, breakups, and even contribute to divorce. But the good news is that if you're like most men suffering with ED, you can be successfully treated at Tri-State Men's Health and put a stop to the relationship stresses that ED can cause. I say this with all confidence because we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. Truly, it's likely you'll find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get the love back in your life. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Are you turning 65? Are you looking for Medicare Advantage coverage? Great news! The Ohio State Health Systems and Mount Carmel Health Systems are in our provider network. Aetna has Medicare Advantage plans that include prescription drug coverage with a $0 monthly plan premium. Plus, the plans include benefits like dental, vision, and hearing. Call Aetna today at 1-888-76-AETNA to learn more. One of our licensed agents will answer your call. Call today, 1-888-76-AETNA. Aetna Medicare is an HMO PPO plan with a Medicare contract. Our D-SNPs also have contracts with state Medicaid programs. Enrollment in our plans depends on contract renewal. Plan features and availability may vary by service area. Participating healthcare providers are independent contractors and are neither agents nor employees of Aetna. The availability of any particular provider cannot be guaranteed, and provider network composition is subject to change. Other physicians, providers are available in our network.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever for a single line. Just $45 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Too Tired to Cook takeout every week. Get one line on Unlimited Welcome for $45 per month with AutoPay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Columbus Verizon store by April 2nd to save. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
The Jackets hit the road for a battle with the Rangers. Live fan coverage starts Sunday at 5:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Your home for Blue Jackets hockey, The Fan. Ohio sports destination.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
The clouds will be rolling in as we head into the afternoon. We are looking at a weak disturbance that could bring in a few late-day showers. Today's high temperature will be 45. Heading into tonight, we cool off to 30. The sunshine is back tomorrow with a high of 42. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 TV weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Yes, we tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Universal Windows Direct. Perhaps you went through the whole winter with leaky, drafty windows, leaky black windows, and the air is leaking out there. You're paying for heat for the outside. Don't do that when you start turning the air conditioner on. Breaking news, electricity, expensive. So if you got leaky windows, get them replaced from my guys at Universal Windows Direct. Why them, you say? Well, because they back it all up with a true lifetime warranty for as long as you own the home and a 20-year warranty to the next homeowner. You could be dead, and the people who bought your house could still be enjoying windows that are under warranty. Give them a call now. 614-502-5220. Schedule your free in-home estimate or check them out online, universalwindowsdirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Yeah.
Like trade deadline day. 3 o'clock, Jackets make a minor move. They get a dude from San Jose. What's his name? Mila Kunis.
I forget. I had it up. It's gone now.
I forget.
Whatever.
Teddy will look it up.
He's like everyone's saying, a guy who probably fits.
Luke Kunin.
Luke Kunin.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's a guy. He's one of these typical guys that you would have like a tweener. Pop on the fourth line, maybe some third line stuff. Center. Great.
He's a guy who's played in the NHL for a while, so if you need depth in positions like that, especially if you're going to make a playoff run. So, yeah, not a bad move. They gave up a fourth-round pick so far, unless something else sneaks through.
Right. The deadline was 3, but sometimes things can be delayed. It doesn't look like anything else is happening. It doesn't look like Provorov is being traded. I said on yesterday's program, and a lot of you screamed at me, that if you couldn't get a long-term deal done with Provorov, and someone's calling you and saying, I'll give you 2 first-round picks for him, I make the deal.
Sure.
And it's not a defeatist attitude. I think that's just a realistic attitude where this team is right now. But they decided to stick with him. It looks like for the home stretch here, you hope you can work something out long term. If not, you run the risk of losing him for not a lot of return.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad call on your part. I also didn't want to see the Jackets go into this trade deadline and say, all right, let's ship off some young players or some draft picks.
No.
Because we need to swing a trade for a couple of guys for a few months. No, that was one of our big problems we had with Yarmo when they went all in, and that netted them, again, their only playoff series win ever against Tampa. The big sweep happened in part because they went out and they made some moves, and they got rid of some things. Obviously, it still had lots of youth that has now come through the pipeline and is doing great. But I never liked the idea of, unless you've been to the conference finals or you've been like in a game 7 to get to a conference finals, if you're that level of team where you're one of the top 4 to 6 teams in the NHL, then by all means, start trading assets and do what you got to do. Or in the offseason, if you're trying to build that team, get a few pieces that are going to be here for a few years. Not something that, hey, we're going to swing a trade and get someone for a couple of weeks or a couple months. No, I'm glad the Jackets, it doesn't appear, have done that so far.
They will play the Rangers at the Garden on Sunday night, third game of this road trip. So hopefully they get some points out of it. Myles Garrett apparently wanted a meeting with Jimmy Haslam to discuss things and his future. And the reports were it was declined. Instead, Jimmy said, you talk to Andrew Barry. He's our football operations guy. I'm just, running a convenience store and the crew. Right. I don't have time for you, Myles Garrett.
Can I offer a slightly opposite version of this take that I think a lot of Browns fans, I get why we're reacting this way, right? Because Myles Garrett, the organization, it feels like, is mishandling this whole thing. They're dug in, they're entrenched. However, one of my biggest complaints about this organization is Jimmy Haslam and the Haslam family meddling when it comes to football, because they don't know football and they shouldn't meddle, okay? So on the surface level, I can actually appreciate the idea that Jimmy Haslam is saying, hey, every time I get involved, everyone screams at me and it goes poorly. I'm not the football guy. Let the football guys talk to them. That's who you need to be talking to.
I understand that, but the other side of that is it doesn't cost anything to placate somebody. You can have a conversation with Jimmy and Andrew Barry.
Sure.
Right? You can say, yes, I'm more than willing. You're one of our most valuable employees. I'm going to meet with you. Now, is it just to satisfy him? Maybe your point hasn't changed. Maybe you're still looking at Andrew Barry saying, you hold all the cards. I'm not going to say anything, but I think it's important for me as the owner to be there, look him in the eye, and tell him what our plan is as an organization. If he doesn't like it, then I'm sorry.
No, I understand that totally. There's also, though, the downside. This is how little trust I have for the Haslams, is that I feel like if that meeting occurs, number one, I would like the Browns to do the right thing by the organization. I feel like that is trading Myles Garrett. At this point, this team is not going anywhere. Stop pretending like it is. Go out and get as much as you can in return for him, which, of course, they can't really do given how things are structured. They have to wait till June to trade him. If they trade him now, it is way more money on the books for them in dead cap money, an area they're already not doing great with. So they have to wait until June to trade him anyway. That doesn't get you as much. That doesn't get you draft picks in this upcoming draft. So that's off the table, that part of it. You could still, though, move him and get some good pieces for down the road. And I feel like right now they're not entertaining that. But if that's the plan the organization's going with, that's the plan they believe in, if he gets into a meeting with Jimmy Haslam and Jimmy Haslam comes out and goes, hey, man, I kind of see his point here. We got to deal him. Like, I can understand everybody in the front office's frustration if Jimmy Haslam just changes his mind and now everything they've put in place is undone. I personally think that you're right. They should give Myles Garrett the respect that he's earned there and let him meet with the owner. But every time the ownership gets involved with this team, it goes poorly. I don't know what the strategy is here with the Browns. Doesn't seem like I agree with it, really, because their strategy ultimately seems to be, we think we can win now, and we're going to keep Myles Garrett here. Perhaps that's just a smokescreen until June. Until then, and then maybe in June they've seen the light and they make a deal for him. I don't know. That's the only hope I have right now.
Bone, Stephen A. Smith is getting $100 million plus from ESPN. And if we're reading this contract properly, it looks like he's getting $100 million to do less work at ESPN than he currently is. And it allows him freedom to go out and explore other ventures and dip his toe into politics, which I know he likes to do. Look, this is the market for him, I guess. It doesn't matter if I value him or you value him the way that ESPN does, because they value him as a $100 million man. And whether they think that's a good business move on their end or not, or if it's just a preventative business move because they're afraid he goes someplace else.
Yeah.
You know, they took that risk with Skip Bayless, didn't bite him in the ass.
No, that it worked out just fine.
Skip left, and he was never heard from again, really, from a relevance standpoint. I understand he made a lot of money, but the only time we heard from Skip Bayless is when we were marveling about how stupid he was or how bad his ratings were.
Yes.
They apparently at ESPN were not willing to take the risk of letting Stephen A. go someplace else and miss out on him.
What I find interesting is, like you said, Stephen A., though, in this contract, he is allowed to go do more political. He has said, apparently, if you believe what he says, he doesn't want to enter into politics as a political figure, meaning as an elected official. He says he doesn't have any desire to do that, even if it was running for president, which is an insane sentence to say, just and always will.
Yeah, but then he continues to sort of fan the flames with that sort of stuff, too.
Yeah, what he has said is he would like to debate politicians. He would like to be on a show where he can talk to politicians and hold their feet to the fire and do what he does in sports, but do it with the people who are in power. Whatever you believe of that, the reality is he clearly has a desire to do more in the political arena, not less. And I find that interesting because it doesn't seem like ESPN typically enjoys it when their talent goes on political rants for whatever side of the aisle that is. So I'm a little surprised that they're giving him this much money and then saying, oh, and by the way, go pop up on other networks, because they're not going to do this on ESPN.
He's on Hannity now. He goes on News Nation now.
Yes, but you would think they would have a contract that says, cool, you can either make the money you want to or stop doing that. One of the two. But we're not paying you all this money. They're now saying, we're going to give you all the money and you can have more freedom to do that.
Maybe this was a concession. Maybe he was asking for $200 million. But they settled on $100 million and you can do your extra stuff. Hey, man, he set the market for himself and there was someone willing to write the check. God bless.
I know. And Stephen A. has been all over the news today for a variety of reasons. At what point are we going to get back to this quirky little thing called let's enjoy the sports and let's talk about them fine? Like you and I give our opinions on sports, kind of. But we can't even do that for 3 hours because it gets nauseating. I don't know who's watching Stephen A. every day for 2 hours, him yelling about everything under the sun. And not just him, everybody else on his show.
He's got an audience, Bone.
Does he have an audience that's worth $20 million a year?
Must.
I'll tell you this. I don't think that's all it is. I think it's we can't let him go.
Well, perhaps.
We can't let someone else have him.
Perhaps. Ryan Day saying things today. You will hear from the coach coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slower traffic on southbound 270 on the east outer belt between Livingston Avenue and I-70. And you're also looking at a slowdown on northbound 71 on the south side between Greenlawn Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by AAA Car Care Plus. Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $40 on any repair of $150 or more. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through March 31st. See store for details. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Getting great deals at Meijer on the items your family loves makes shopping a good deal better. This week, plump and juicy red seedless grapes are $1.29 a pound. Certified Angus beef ground beef from Chuck is just $4.99 a pound. Purple Cow 48-ounce ice cream and frozen yogurt and select varieties of frozen novelties are just $2.99. And 12 packs of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products are buy two, get one free, plus deposit where applicable. Get more and save more at Meijer. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in store or in the Meijer app.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Bone, did you know that March has a lot of college basketball?
Why, yes, I did, Common Man. And the best place to watch all the action and play the action is at Hollywood Casino. You can reserve your table now at HollywoodColumbus.com.
Not only that, every Saturday in March is UFC Fight Night. They're showing every fight on the big screen. Watching at home is boring. Don't be boring.
All the action happens at ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Financial aid is available to those who qualify.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
When is the pizza talk coming? 4 o'clock.
Don't worry.
4 o'clock, we have our final matchups of the first round next week. Second round, Sweet 16, all the fun. Ryan Day speaking to the media today, and he's wearing a nice camo Ohio State hoodie.
Oh.
That I would like to, I've always wanted to wear. I think camo things look cool, but I feel like I can't pull them off. Like people just know. You're not tough enough to wear that.
I mean, what's to know? Like,
They look at me.
I think everybody who wears camo now, clearly if you see everybody who's wearing camo these days, it's not based on toughness.
I understand that, but I don't want to fall into that category.
No,
I feel like I can't wear camo unless I have a cauliflower ear. Then I can wear camo.
I think that's a you thing.
If you wear camo, you should be able to take someone down.
I don't agree with that. But all I'm trying to say is, if you go look at what people wear these days, you're wearing running shoes right now. No one is like, oh, cool. What's your marathon time? Like, it's okay. You're allowed to wear clothes that don't necessarily fit the activities you do. If you like them and they're comfortable, wear them.
All right. Ryan Day talking to media today. He was asked why he selected Matt Patricia as his defensive coordinator. Here's the answer.
Felt like Matt was that guy for a lot of reasons. I think the first one is his experience. Coaching 19 years in the NFL. He's coached in 6 Super Bowls, has 3 Super Bowl rings. But also, pairing him with Tim Walton as a co-coordinator, pairing him with Larry Johnson, Matt Guerrieri, James Laurinaitis. That was important to have continuity. And so part of that was having somebody that was willing to work with the guys that were in the room. That was very important. And I just want to make sure that I, really praise the guys in that room. And, having Tim Walton as a co-coordinator there is a huge part of our defense.
Now, again, I'm going to read into things because that's what I do. Okay. But he made a special emphasis to talk about the other coaches and playing nice with the people in that room. What are some of the things we heard about the guy who's recently departed, Jim Knowles? True or not? I mean, the reports are out there, is that at times he did not play nice with everybody in that room. I just find it interesting that Ryan Day went out his way to say, this is one of the main reasons why Matt Patricia was my guy.
Yes, 2 thoughts on that. One, I don't care how well they get along outside of when they're doing their jobs. Like, I care if they get the results.
Right. I mean, you care if it affects the work performance.
Of course, yes. But, again, we have seen lots of sports locker rooms where they say, oh, yeah, all those players hated that coach. And then as they were MFing him, as they were winning their championships, and he was drawing stuff up on the chalkboard that no one liked, but they played together, and they all were united in their hatred of that coach, but it got the job done, and they won. I don't really care if they like each other or not, is my point. And last year, the results at the end were awesome. Was that because Jim Knowles decided to be a nice person for a few weeks to his fellow coordinators, and that turned things around? Was that because previously they had it out, they screamed at each other, and then they were all mad, but then they somehow figured out how to make it work? I don't know. What I also know is point number 2, Matt Patricia, if you go look at his track record, doesn't have a great track record of working well with others. That's okay. That, again, you can still win. He obviously did win in a lot of places with a guy named Bill Belichick. While that well, that wasn't going, maybe the friendliest workspace ever.
And that's a situation where he didn't have to take the lead in that situation.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick was the leader. To your point, he goes to Detroit. All of a sudden, he's the main man. Didn't seem like he adapted to that very well. He's in a situation here where he's not the lead.
Oh, no.
Ryan Day is the lead, and he went out of his way to point out all the other coaches.
And like we often see with defensive coordinators, I would be shocked if Matt Patricia does more than 5 or 6 media availabilities this year. Like once the season starts, you know what I mean? Like they'll do stuff around bowl games or hopefully playoff games, but you don't have to be made available every week if you're a coordinator. You don't have to sit there and do a million interviews like you have to do when you're the head coach of an NFL team. So
he spoke today.
Yes, he did.
I have it here.
And I got to tell you, when I saw the video, I'm like, where is Matt Patricia?
No. This was Matt Patricia's representative. This is like when you first start dating the girl. You wear different underwear than you normally wear. You're trying to impress, all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
You're not quite yourself yet.
That's
and
right.
Matt Patricia's still in the we're dating phase.
Yeah,
here he is
phase.
talking about how he's very enthusiastic.
I'm so excited to be here. I mean, just to be honest with you, I know I'm probably going to say it 1,000 times, but it's really the truth. Ohio State, everything that it represents, college football, it's kind of a long story for me. I've been in the NFL for a long time. I started off as a college coach. I actually coached with Coach Walton a long time ago at Syracuse University, so we go back. It might be almost 25 years now or longer. But for me, the NFL was great. I had a great run. It was a lot of fun. We won some big games, which was really cool. But I just love the college environment. I really got into coaching when I left engineering to, just pursue my passion of really working with young men.
Smart people always like to throw things out there like that.
Yeah.
Back when I was banging as an engineer. It's like when you talk to people from Bexley and they drop in the fact they have a PhD in every single conversation.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But you know what? If he's got that background, by all means, yeah, he's coached a lot of places. He obviously has a good background in coaching. Going back to college, though, is going to be an adjustment. And one of the things you have to do when you're a defensive coordinator is nominally you have to do some recruiting. Obviously, you've got great recruiters on that staff. James Laurinaitis appears to be one of them. But that's a part of the dynamic that he hasn't been involved with a lot lately. I know he was, kind of looking at the college game with Bill Belichick last year. Wasn't that the thing? They kind of were studying it and figuring it out. And then Belichick kind of told him, hey, I'm going to bring my son along for the defensive coordinator position, but we're going to get you prepared to go to college too. And now he's in with Ohio State. Hopefully it works.
Here's more Ryan Day. That's enough of Matt Patricia.
Okay.
Here's Ryan Day talking about how Brian Hartline is ready to take the next step as offensive coordinator.
I believe very strongly that Brian's going to do a great job as an offensive coordinator. I think he's really grown in a lot of areas. I give him a lot of credit for, he was named coordinator a couple years ago. I still called the plays. Then we brought in Chip and his attitude of I'm just going to learn from Chip in a big way. And then some of the work that he did, Keenan did, and Billy did down the stretch in some of the pass game. And I think he's got, a really good handle now on protections and even in the run game. He's ready to call it now.
All right.
Okay.
It's easier said that we're sitting here in March. When August comes around, is he going to feel the same way? I hope so. I think so. But, relinquishing control to a guy who ultimately is your, say superior, that's wrong, elder in Chip Kelly.
Sure.
Who's been around the block. Much more trustworthy. That's one thing. But now all of a sudden, here's a guy that, a couple of years ago you didn't think was ready, but now magically you think is ready. I'm not saying he's not, but Ryan Day has to get himself in that proper headspace to actually relinquish control.
Well, let's be clear too. And again, I want to preface all this by saying this is the year to do it. You just won a national championship.
He's got to rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, and if Brian Hartline takes a couple years to really get his sea legs as a great offensive coordinator, which we all hope he becomes, this is the type of year where you can afford some lumps, right? If it happens. And again, the playoffs are a forgiving format. If you drop a couple games early as you're learning that stuff, it works out. But let's be clear about one thing. Ryan Day had to hire this guy, right? Ryan Day had to make Brian Hartline the offensive coordinator and really mean it. If he didn't, he loses Brian Hartline, is my guess. Do you disagree with that theory that I'm floating? If it's not now,
if Chip would have stayed, no, I don't think.
No.
Right. But
once Chip Kelly
the fact
left,
that Chip had left, yes, the only logical thing for you to do was lean on the guy who was already called offensive coordinator.
Right. If you went out and hired another, like a Matt Patricia type on offense, who's like, oh, look at this guy with all his NFL pedigree. Brian Hartline, rightfully so, would be like, what the hell, man? Am I even in line for this or what? So I just want to be clear that is a big difference between when you hired Chip Kelly, which was, I have my pick of guys and I pick someone that I feel secure with who can do this, and I've relinquished play calling now. You are seeing Ryan Day say, all right, this is the time now for him to do it. He knew the stakes here. So hopefully the same trust that he had with Chip Kelly can develop once Brian Hartline gets going in this role.
I would like to suggest something radical for the college football world, and I'll do so coming up next. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got an accident that's causing some slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and 33. And there's a small delay on southbound 71 on the north side between 670 and I-70. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the place to be for all the basketball action. Watch every game at once with over 50 feet of video wall and more than 30 TVs. Endless chances to win big. Show off your jump shot in our King of the Court drawings or create your perfect bracket for a shot at 10 cash. Enjoy food and bucket specials all tournament long. Guarantee your spot. Reserve a table now at HollywoodColumbus.com. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, it's Anthony from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. If you're searching for a Honda lease deal here in Central Ohio, I know you've come to the right place. Leasing allows you to enjoy that flexibility in one of their fantastic, sharp, reliable vehicles. I'm so confident that Rich and his team can tailor a lease deal that's right for you. Like a 2025 CRV LX all-wheel drive, $349 a month for 36 months, 30,000 miles with only $19.99 down. Germain Honda of Dublin, Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, I remember you saying that a family business should reflect family values, that a customer deserves to be treated with kindness and compassion.
And those values will never change. The reputation you built for being fair and honest is our greatest asset.
In fact, in 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and named the Lennox Partner of the Year.
You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind. It's an honor to continue serving Central Ohio as a locally owned, family-run business.
So, whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just honest advice, Care is here for you.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter, and spring's going to be here before you know it. I know it feels cold now, but before too long, you're going to be outside running around, jogging, wanting to do golf, explore time with your family, get outside and do the things you love. Just be active. And listen, a lot of my friends, they're asking me about QC Kinetics joint treatments. They want to know if they should consider it for their joint pain. And if you're wondering, maybe you could be a good candidate, let's see if the answer is yes to any of these questions. Quality of life impacted by chronic pain, knees, hips, back, shoulders, other things. Trouble sleeping, walking, day-to-day movement? Check. Next, avoiding surgery, the pain, the downtime? Check. Most importantly, do you miss doing the things I talked about when the spring and summer are here? Check. Don't wait. If you answered yes to one or any of those, you'd be a great candidate. You can go in there, go to QC Kinetics, ask for their free consultation, find out what it's all about, learn about the latest advances in regenerative medicine. They've got locations in Dublin and Gehenna, or you can go to QCkinetics.com/Columbus, or better yet, call 380-208-4544.
All in favor of March basketball? Raise your hands. But not while driving. That would be bad. The Buckeye women's team heads to Indy for the Big Ten tournament.
Catch all the action Friday night at 8:45.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
I'm an old school Joe, and my philosophy is simple and effective. At the end of the day, it's not what you win or lose, it's what you save. And betting reduced juice at Prime Sports Ohio is the way to save money on every single bet. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets and be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. The only thing harder than common man's arteries is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Friday. It's Tool of the Week Friday. Send in your Twitter tools at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Let's try and do a little bit better than you didn't pick my favorite pizza place. It's why you're a tool. Thank you. Pizza Madness, the rest of the first round is coming up in about 15 minutes. Tell all your friends and tell your favorite pizza places, too. And I bet you, just be prepared. We've been talking a lot of pizza. We're wetting a lot of whistles this week. Your pizza place, start of Lent tonight.
Yeah.
We've been talking about pizza for 4 days. We're going to continue to talk about pizza right up until the time where people start ordering pizza. Your favorite place may be quite busy tonight.
Could be. I went last night and got a pizza to try because I wanted to make sure I had a more recent sample of this place to make sure my
We're going to talk about
initial judgment wasn't wrong. Yeah. And I went back and had everything that I thought I knew confirmed. So we'll talk about that later. Lots of pizza research going on this week. I have had friends text me and said, hey, I was doing some research for you at this place. And I'm like, all right, I appreciate all the feedback is needed and helpful.
Next year, we're probably going to do this again. But I had another idea. You tell me what you think.
Okay.
And we'll get some of our friends to come and help us with the judging of this. Massage madness. Because one thing I've learned the last couple of years is that there are many more massage places than I thought existed because
apparently.
Justin Tucker and Deshaun Watson go to them all.
Yeah, those where they're like, I can't find the right one. I just have to keep looking. These are guys who work in a industry where they provide you any massage, almost any massage you want, anytime you want at the facility. There's one special massage those guys wanted. They can't get it there in the facility, and they found ways to find it.
They can help us find 64.
I bet they, God.
Yeah,
you're right.
69.
Okay.
Hey, I have a radical idea.
Yeah?
Are you ready?
I can't wait.
I saw a thing today. Somebody wrote it. I forgot who. An idiot.
Good.
About how the Big Ten should play a 10-game conference schedule.
Oh,
okay.
You thought you didn't like that?
No, hold on a second.
Okay.
I want to remind everybody, as of right now, the SEC still at 8.
Well, right. I read this article.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
All right.
I'm going to take it a step further.
Go ahead.
Looky here.
Okay.
We're going to set up these expanded playoffs. We're essentially going to get 4 auto bids from the Big Ten and the SEC, right?
Yeah.
No non-conference.
Well, I mean,
every single game that you play is a conference game.
You have in the Big Ten and the SEC, right? Both have 18 teams now. Am I wrong? Okay.
I'm just saying.
You can make that happen.
No Northern Illinois, no Youngstown State, none of that. No fluffernutters.
Well, right. For those who didn't read this article, the main tenor of it is because multiple people, like Matt Rule was the one who they, I think, quoted in this. He was saying, I'll tell you what's going to happen. If we're getting auto bids, playoff is so big, all of that, we're not scheduling anyone important outside of the non-conference. We don't care about that. All we care about is getting to the playoffs. And yes, you have a little more error room when you have 4 auto bids, right? But if all that matters is finishing, however, whatever scenario they go with, there is the discussion point about at the end of the conference season, they could have the championship game, 1 versus 2, and then have 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5, whatever, and figure that out so that they get to a point where you get auto bids through whoever wins those games. 1 and 2 obviously go, and then the other. He's saying, well, then we have to finish top 6. That's the whole goal, is get to top 6, win that game, we're in the playoffs, and then who knows from there. So why would we risk that by scheduling a big non-conference opponent? Let's just play conference games and then nobody's. So the article then went on to say all these schools, the SEC, Big Ten, everyone should go to 10 conference games since they're now basically admitting we're never going to see these big out-of-conference matchups ever again. And it sounds like that is where we're kind of headed. So I'm with you, man. If I would love to see Ohio State and Texas play in the regular season, as is going to happen next year. But if you're telling me in the next 5 years that's mostly going to disappear anyway, then sure, I'd rather get more rotations of USC and Oregon and Washington and all those other games.
These conferences now are so diverse geographically and different type of teams, and these playoffs will be so large. You're going to see other teams from other conferences, if you're successful, get into the playoffs. I also think it's rich that Matt Rule is talking about this. Nebraska schedules no one.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop scheduling Cincinnati like I am this year.
Right.
Shut the hell up, you piece of crap. Nobody wants to hear from you. You pretend like you're relevant. You don't mean nothing.
I think he was on, I don't know if it was Rich Eisen's show, somebody's show who just was desperate for a guest, I guess. And they had him on. And he's like, I got to tell you, been a lot of years in the NFL. I've been fired from jobs. I'm a truth teller. I just kind of say what I mean. I don't really beat around the bush. It's like, you're Matt Rule. You're coaching at Nebraska.
No, he's
Shut
a truth
up.
teller. It's everybody else's fault. That's why he didn't succeed in the NFL. Right? And now it's because of the unfair advantage that teams like Ohio State and Penn State and Michigan have over traditional powers like Nebraska.
Yeah.
Get in line.
Right.
You suck.
Also, just to be clear, we're not taking Matt Rule's word for it. I think you kind of heard this a little bit when Ross Bjork was on with us on, earlier this week on Morning Juice, right here on The Fan. He was kind of hinting at we're going to have to look at everything when it comes to conference scheduling because as we move into this, he was talking about the seeding, right? How there were some, as he put it, unfair matchups where Oregon as the top seed is sitting there for a week. Ohio State gets hot, and then you have to play Ohio State in the second round. Probably should have been a little bit different seeding on all that. Regardless, there are going to be a lot of discussions from all these ADs about how their schools avoid being in a bad spot, but also how their schools can, make a difference and get into a good spot in these playoffs. I think it's going to come down to a lot of discussion about how much money can be made. And when they look at the playoff numbers, they're going to see money.
Absolutely.
When they have an August OSU-Texas game, that makes you some money. It is not for a school like Ohio State, for a school like Alabama, a school like Texas. It doesn't make as much sense to play early. It makes sense to put all your eggs in that basket late because people are going to come out to your first game no matter what. People are going to come out to most of your conference games. If you go to what you're saying, Mike, 12 conference games, I'm all for it.
All conference.
I'd be all for that. And then look at all these other conferences and say, can you match that? No, you can't. You know why? You should probably join the Big Ten of the SEC. And then now you do get more of those non-traditional matchups. Eventually, they just become Big Ten conference games. So I think that's where it is headed. I don't know if they'll get to 12 right away, but also, 10 for sure makes a lot of sense to me.
Can we stop with this quest for ultimate fairness when it comes to seeding? Like, how many times do we look at the NCAA tournament and say, wow, this team got that seed in this bracket? Oh, that's an easy path for them. Well, their record wasn't as good because their star player was hurt for a couple months during the season, but now he's back. Ohio State lost to Michigan the last game of the season.
Right.
What the hell kind of seed were they supposed to get?
I don't, well, again, it was weird because when Ross Bjork was talking about it, I almost got the vibe that he was saying, boy, we don't ever want to be like Oregon there where we get stuck with a hot matchup because we were the best team. And it's like,
sometimes that just happens.
Also, that's Oregon's fault, right?
Right.
Oregon was the best team in college football. They beat that Ohio State team. They sat around for a week and got healthier while Ohio State theoretically had to go out in the cold and have a tough matchup against an SEC team. It's not Oregon's fault that Tennessee just sucked when it came to playing Ohio State in the cold. That's maybe the SEC is a little overrated, like we've all been talking about. That's not Oregon's fault. And also, Oregon should have been licking their chops at the opportunity to go play a team they'd already beat.
Why are they licking chops? Hi. Lick me.
Their chops, not just chops.
See.
I'm just saying this thing of like, oh man, we don't want to be Oregon. What are you talking about? You're Ohio State. And I wouldn't want to necessarily be Ohio State in that position. You had to play a tough SEC opponent in theory, and then you had to play Oregon, the number 1 seed. Ohio State got it done. How about we just say that?
All right, pizza time. Final matchups of the first round. We'll do it next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 between Grandview Avenue and I-70. And there's also a small delay on northbound 71 on the north side between Hudson Street and Cook Road. This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, members get more every day. Shop weekly member-only deals and earn points on eligible purchases. Join for free today. Points are awarded on eligible purchases. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Next on Metro's Nada Yada Island podcast.
I almost fainted when the 4 new bombshells arrived. 4 free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G phones at Metro.
No way.
And finding out the 4th line is free. Oh, things got heated.
That's wild. Join Metro and get 4 free Samsung 5G phones. Only at Metro.
Plus tax. Bring 4 numbers and an ID and sign up for any Metro Flex plan. Not available currently at T-Mobile or been with Metro in the past 180 days.
You imagine it so often, it's almost real. That one dream vacation you know someday you'll take. Then, out of the blue, cancer. And that dream goes off exactly as planned. I would know, kiddo. I'm in the big city with my 2 best girls. Our 4th big trip since I heard the words cancer-free from my doctor at Ohio Health. All right, girls, let's get another ice cream. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans.
Get Eco.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, Jerry. You know, as much as I enjoy being a professional inventor, a few of my dream inventions still elude me.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, the bruiseless avocado.
Ooh.
The unlosable TV remote.
Could change the world.
And for you, Aaron, the uncloggable drain.
Get Eco.
Until you crack it, Jerry. You know our 93 or free drain clearing offer is the next best thing.
Okay. Explain yourself.
Get Eco.
Our drain team will clear your drain for just $93. If we can't clear it, it's free. And we guarantee it'll stay clear for at least a year, or we will clear it again for free.
Get Eco.
We'll even send our little robot camera down there to make sure you don't have a larger problem that could cause more trouble in the future.
Get Eco.
You think your guys could bring that robot over to my place and help me find that TV remote?
I think that's impossible even for us.
Get Eco.
Eco, plumbers, electricians, and HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
Hi, this is Bob Mashetter from Dick Mashetter Ford. Thank you to all of Central Ohio as we head towards 60 years of doing business in the Buckeye State. Dad opened up in 1967 simply trying to offer a better way to buy a car, and we've been working ever since to serve our neighbors. We have served you through wars, recessions, and even a Chinese virus. Here is to serving you and your kids and your grandkids for the next 60 years, except on Sundays when we're closed, because it's the right thing to do. Still 24/7 at mashetterford.net. Thanks.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Listen to Financially Fit Radio with Corey Sickles this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN, covering topics like what you need to know about annuities and how to stay healthy and enjoy retirement. Financially Fit Radio this Saturday at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. We'll start with college basketball as it's a big couple of days here for both the Ohio State men and women. First up, after earning the double bye, the Ohio State women begin Big Ten tournament play tonight. It's the Buckeyes against the Iowa Hawkeyes in the quarterfinal round. Tip-off is set for 9 o'clock. Matt Andrews has the call for you starting at 8:45 right here on The Fan. As for the OSU men, they play the regular season finale tomorrow afternoon. It's a road matchup against the Indiana Hoosiers. Tip-off for that game is at 3:45. Our fan coverage gets started at 2:45 tomorrow afternoon with Timmy Hall. Both Ohio State and IU are right on the bubble for the NCAA tournament, so it would be a big win for the Buckeyes if they can get it done. NBA tonight, the Cavaliers go for their 13th straight win as they're on the road against the Charlotte Hornets. Tip-off for that game is at 7. And in soccer, the Columbus Crew host the Houston Dynamo tomorrow afternoon. Kickoff at Lower.com Field is at 2:30. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
We did the math. Common Man has hosted over 5,000 shows on The Fan. 3 of them have been halfway decent. Here's Man and Bone.
Teddy?
Yeah.
This ain't one of them.
No, it's not.
You're watching on YouTube. You can see Timmy Hall in the background trying to hang up one of our Pizza Madness T-shirts that you can purchase now in the Fan store. Go to 971thefan.com. Click on Cool Stuff. It'll take you to the Fan store, and then you can buy one of our shirts.
Get them while they're hot.
For the
hot T-shirt, eh? Right off the presses.
We got your cream coming to you.
They are. They're cream. They're not white. They're cream. White is trash.
Yeah.
Cream is quality.
Hey, you know why we went with
Look
cream?
at that. I told you the tape would hold it.
Look at that.
You son of a bitch.
Just wait.
Get out of here.
Just wait.
Beautiful.
Just wait. Over under 5 minutes. I'm going to say 4:09 is when it's
That's not going anywhere.
Down.
That's beautiful.
Timmy, how
Great
sturdy?
job,
how
Timmy.
sturdy? 1 to 10. How sturdy are we?
4 strips. I think it's going to hold.
4 strips.
gonna
All
hold.
right. It's not going to hold.
Good job. Get out of here.
By the way, just a little bit of personal news for me. Very honored to say that I just got followed by one Mark Coonan, who all this man has done, Mark Coonan, is retweet things about Luke Coonan, the new Jackets player.
Ooh.
The Jackets just made a move for Luke Coonan.
So who's Mark?
It appears to be someone related to Luke. I don't know if it's dad or brother or who. He has 132 followers, but he is following me. And it does appear in his profile, there's a picture of him standing with Luke Coonan.
Okay, welcome.
Just saying. I'm glad, apparently.
Welcome to Columbus.
You might check. Maybe you've got the same follow. Maybe he's just going through all the fan accounts and saying, let's go.
I'm sure I do. I'm not interested. What I am interested in is doing pizza. Like actually doing it with pizza.
What?
This is the
That's
last
ruining
region.
the pizza. Just eat it.
This is the eggplant region. All right. This is the last region, first round matchup. We start with the number 1 seed in this region, Stad's Pizza, up against, perhaps, this stuff is always debated, The originator of Columbus-style pizza, TAT Ristorante Italiano.
Now, you know it's real when they spell it ristorante with an I. Ristorante.
I just walked back to my desk, and Evil Bald Colin was there.
Oh, yeah.
And he said if TAT doesn't win, he will put a hex on all of our families. That's how severe people take this.
Listen, it's an East Side institution. It's a big deal. I mean, again, like you said, it's believed to be the one that originated this style of pizza in Columbus.
They're the 16 seed, all right, 1210 South James Road. Some say the originator. They're open for lunch. They only do pizzas at dinner, though. Cut in strips.
Yep.
Good sauce.
Cornmeal on the bottom, whole deal.
And I would assume that a place that's also an Italian restaurant by trade has some good sauce, and they do.
They have great sauce, yes.
Pep was very good. Reminded me a lot of Massey's.
Yeah.
I can see, like, Massey's when they first started banging, looking at this pizza and saying, how do we create a version of this? I usually stay away from pizzas with more than 2 meats, but based off a recommendation, I tried their pizza with sausage, pep, bacon, and meatballs. I thought it would be too heavy. It wouldn't get crispy, and it wouldn't get brown on top. I was wrong. It was all those things. Delicious.
Okay. See? Yeah, I have had nothing but good experiences with TAT. I have had that pizza many a time. Growing up on the East Side, you're kind of, at least where I lived, that was one that was easier to get to. We had it a few times. Loved it. And I've had it multiple times now as an adult, and it still holds up for me. So I am going to say, though, that I have not had Stads.
You haven't had it?
I haven't had it.
I've had it. I can talk.
Okay.
If Fish likes the Stads.
So, yes, Fish, our guy who, came here a few years ago to start working at the Fan, big, humongous pizza fan. I don't mean he's a large man. I just mean he loves pizza. He travels
He's also
for
a
pizza.
little fat. A little bit.
What are we talking? Who are we talking about?
I know. It's not a bad thing.
I'm saying,
hey, Lizzo, embrace the fat.
I'm saying he is someone who enjoys a pizza. And he came back raving about Stads when he had it the first time. I looked at the pictures. They look awesome. They look like all of Australia, Mike. But you tell me.
All right, I can tell you.
Tell me what's going on with Stads.
That I actually went there. All right, they have a location in Blacklick. They have one in Gahanna. I went to the Blacklick location. Fish likes this place. I had the pep. It was very good. Crispy. Cooked well. I didn't ask for it well done, but it came like they knew how I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
The undercarriage was not ignored, which to me means they're utilizing their ovens properly.
Okay.
There's a lot of places that you can get a nice char on the top, but on the bottom it's blondie. This was a nice little char on the top and equally charred on the undercarriage. Not burnt, Jen Winters.
It's charred.
Cooked properly. I liked Stads very much. I'm torn here because I like Stads a lot. You have not had it.
No.
Fish, big Stads fan. TAT, I enjoyed, but then again, we're talking about a 16. Stads they got the most votes when we first introduced this and said, vote for your favorite place to be in this bracket. Stads was the most popular. They got the most votes out of anybody in this entire competition. There's a reason why they were a 1 seed.
I got to tell you, I was hoping for some help here because obviously I haven't had Stads. You said you're torn.
If I had to have one pizza again right now, I'm probably having Stads.
Okay.
But it's close.
So Natalie Imbruglia is here, lying naked on the floor.
That's right.
I thought I would check the votes.
So?
Online, on X, there are about 11 votes separating these two.
Wow, and that's it?
Stads won that one by 11. On the YouTube and Facebooks, it is 9 votes separating, and TAT won that.
This is the closest vote we've ever had.
We are separated by only, with over 1,200 votes, we are separated by 2.
Timmy's here. Timmy, do you have a feeling about either of these places? Have you had any of them?
I would go with my guy, Evil Bald Colin, because I have not, but I am more excited about TAT to try that one.
Well,
that experience.
But you haven't had.
No, I know.
I understand what you're saying.
Don't count my vote then. I'm just saying.
So just to be clear, the boss who signs our paycheck says he likes Stads. Evil Bald Colin says he likes TAT, and you said, you know what I should do? Smart career move. Go with the guy who doesn't sign my paychecks. Is that what you're saying?
There's your answer.
Yeah, but Evil Bald Colin is evil for a reason.
Oh, I know, and he said he would put a hex on us.
Evil's going places.
Listen.
He's getting more evil by the day, more control by the day.
Evil was just promoted.
He was.
Are we allowed to talk about that?
And why not?
I'm just saying.
You just said it.
Well,
he's been promoted.
He got a little bit of a bump here at the Fan. I'm very proud of him.
Yeah,
me too.
His cranium grew overnight.
Here's
so much knowledge about the inner workings of the radio station.
I have to probably recuse because I've only had TAT. I really like TAT, and I am with Colin in that I would want it to move on.
Can I ask a question?
But you have had both.
Should we get Fish and Evil Bald Colin in here to debate each other?
I like that.
Yes.
I feel like that may need to happen because some of these, we're going to be like, oh, hey, this one, and then there you go.
I'm saying we have two employees here that feel very strongly about each of them.
This is one of the biggest decisions that we have to make.
All right, Teddy, can I break now? Are we ready?
Yeah, we can break.
I didn't know if Nicole was there. I just want to make sure Nicole's there.
Oh, man, you good to go.
She's ready. All right, that's what I wanted to know, Ted.
She's always
because
ready.
Then if I break and she's not ready, then you start screaming at me. I want to get Evil Bald Colin in here. I want to get Fish in here to debate Stad's Pizza and the TAT.
Restaurante Italiane.
Yeah.
That's next. Colin, Man, and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
I'm always ready. It's stop-and-go traffic causing a 10-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and 17th Avenue. And you're looking at a 5-minute delay on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. As football winds down, college basketball is gearing up, and fans are ready to see which teams will prove they are ready to shine in March and who will be seen in San Antonio. You can get on all the action from tip-off to the final whistle at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Right now, new ESPN Bet Sportsbook customers can bet $10 and get $100 back in bonus bets and unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the app. Sign up with the promo code Radio100 to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
No matter where you are, Coughlin is there, in store or online. CoughlinCars.com. 13 new car brands, over 1,000 pre-owned vehicles, 16 convenient locations for sales, service, and parts, plus 4 state-of-the-art collision centers. CoughlinCars.com. Shop locally owned, CoughlinCars.com. Coughlin has the car for you.
They're trained. They're fired up.
Let's do it.
When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and, of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
This is Pause Before You Play, and it's time for more game day picks from local sports fans. You're on the air. Who you got?
Actually, I'm not betting, just chilling and watching the game.
I know that move. A pause. Sounds like you've got a winning strategy.
Exactly. After I set limits and recognized the risk, I knew it was time to stop.
Now that is responsible betting, folks. Sports are fast. Betting shouldn't be. Make a plan at pausebeforeyouplay.org. That's pausebeforeyouplay.org.
Hair Volume is the best-selling hair tablet in the world and one of many award-winning natural hair products from New Nordic.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, a couple light rain showers, and a cool finish on this Friday. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Overnight, we'll fall back down to the low 30s, with any rain and snow showers ending by sunrise Saturday. Plenty of clouds around early, giving way to plenty of sunshine in the afternoon. It will be breezy and cool, though, with highs in the low 40s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
Droopy Sack and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. We are doing Pizza Madness. We are locked in a battle here between a 1 seed and a 16 seed. All right, This could be the biggest upset of the tournament. One of the biggest upsets of all time. Yes?
Oh, yeah, it's up there.
All right, Stad's Pizza is the 1 seed. TAT is the 16 seed. We have Evil Bald Colin in here, who said he was going to put a hex on me if we didn't bring TAT to the second round. And the big boss man of the radio station, Fish, is here. Say hi, Fish.
Hi, Fish.
Turn your microphone on. You run a radio station. What's the matter with you?
There's a button over there.
I'm much better not on the air. Hi, guys.
Hello.
All right.
You guys have made me so freaking hungry this week, talking about pizza all day.
You just made me so freaking nervous. Watch out, Jen Winters. By the way, if the boss says it, that's not my fault.
No, we don't
not
even,
at all.
We don't
You
even
pay the
FCC fine.
It's been nice working with you guys.
I don't think he forgot his dose of couple of beers today.
Oh, yeah, there you go, Timmy.
All right, Stad's Pizza's the 1 seed. Fish, you're a big fan. Tell us why.
So I happened to get lucky. I was dropping someone off at the airport, and I just Googled, great pizza near the airport, and it came up, and it was literally 3 minutes from the airport, and I got a thin crust, well done pepperoni, and it was nice and what do you call it, leopard skinned on the top,
leopard spotting,
that too, and the bottom was well done without being booked.
I don't know what the bottom is.
The bottom of the pizza.
I know what the undercarriage is.
Oh, sorry, the undercarriage of the pizza.
Use the proper terms.
The undercarriage of the pizza was cooked well, and it was great. It might be the best pizza I've had since I moved here.
Now, did the prostitute you were dropping off at the airport also eat the pizza, or was it just you? Because I'd like to call her and get her take on it. She's familiar with the undercarriage.
Sure. That's
and
right.
Columbus.
Yeah. Now, Colin is here on my side of the table with the TAT.
I'm sorry, who's Colin?
Sorry, Evil Bald Colin.
Thank
my
you.
bad.
He's just so
CB.
used to calling me that because it's actually my name and not whatever persona you came up for me.
That's right. See, isn't that how it goes, Colin, around here? You just get one nickname the rest of your life. You're
Which
stuck
is
with it.
crazy. I thought I was super nice to you when I first met you.
There's already a Colin on this show. So if you want to be compared to Colin Cowherd,
oh, that's fair.
We talk about him all the time. But we could do that.
No.
No, all right. Okay. See?
So tell us why you prefer TAT.
Well, I mean, you kind of made my argument for me. It is the originator of the Columbus style. And I think the consistency I've gotten with it over time has been pretty good. The cheese, you bring back the leopard thing you were talking about.
None of us can remember it, though.
It's never
leopard skin.
The cheese, but the point is the cheese is never undercooked in my experience. But also, I will say I am biased. TAT was the place we always got our catering done for our football on Fridays when I was playing football in high school.
When was that?
I know the family. When I was in high school.
When was that?
Back when you were banging?
Back when I was banging. That's right.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, it was always great. And I know the family well that runs the place, and they do a great job.
They do the big lump sausage, too, where they just throw it on there and then put it in the oven. It's a way to do it.
Stats does that, too, with the sausage.
They give you big, long, skinny slices like they do at TAT? No.
Mike doesn't like his sausage long and skinny.
No, the slice. Never mind. It's good. I like it. It's good.
Do they do the sliced at TAT?
No, they do the one roll down the middle and then all the long longitudinal cuts. Yeah, to give you the.
You can get it both. I've had it catered where they've done it the traditional triangle style, and then they've also done it like that.
Oh, no. I thought you meant the sausage they have.
No. I'm saying.
I thought you meant they had the big slice sausage.
No,
because Rubino's does that, and we're going to talk about them in a second.
I know that, but they do the big lump sausage and then they slice it real thin, Columbus style. Delicious.
All right, we have to make a decision. Ted, you do it. I don't know. Ted's been very quiet. He's taking antibiotics. He doesn't know what planet he's on.
I don't know either of these, so I can't make a decision.
You heard the arguments for both.
Let me help.
Does anyone have a coin? Just flip a coin.
Here's what I did. During the break, I put it into the YouTube chat. Our YouTube chatters are there, and they, by a slim margin, seem to be favoring TAT.
Okay.
So, chat, you win. TAT wins. Thank you.
Hey, Stads, I went to bat for you. Fish went to bat for you. But in the end, TAT.
You know, maybe you were too high of a seat. Maybe you shouldn't. I mean, you know what I mean? Maybe that wasn't fair to Stads to put him at a 1.
Maybe it wasn't fair to TAT to put him at a 16.
Maybe there's that too. Stads is great, though.
Sometimes. Next year, better seating.
That's fine.
Right?
You know what?
Right, Fish?
Like the college football playoff. Better seating.
You guys are not useful anymore. Can you leave?
Good night, guys.
Thank you.
If we could. I'm hungry, too, now. I want some pizza. I want some beer. I'm all about it.
I have beer back there.
I know you do, but I need pizza. I want pizza to go with it.
Ice cold Coors Light at some point during the show today.
Look at that.
All right, next up, the 8-seed Classic up against the 9-seed Pasquales. Classic, they have 2 locations in Westerville.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
One on Sunbury Road and one, I think, on State Street in Westerville. I got a plain cheese when I went over there. The cook was excellent on the cheese. Undercarriage, properly done.
Oh, yeah.
They did something interesting with the sauce and pep. And I don't know if this is just the person who made my pizza or they do this all the time. They put the chunks of sausages inside the cup of the pep.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So the pep cups and curls in the oven, and it has its own grease in there, and then the sausage grease is also in there.
You know what? I don't know if I've ever gotten a sausage pep from Classics. So I don't know if I've not had this experience, but that sounds delightful.
I liked it very much. I don't know if it was just some guy who made mine who said, I'm going to be weird today. I had some mushrooms.
Sure. Okay.
Or that's how they do it, but I enjoyed it very much.
You mean you had mushrooms on the pizza,
no,
or he had mushrooms?
Psychedelic mushrooms.
Gotcha. Okay. Good to know.
You have thoughts on Classics?
Oh, Classics is one of my favorites. I've had it many a time. I used to work in Westerville. It'd be one of our places we would go and get pizza. Yes,'ve done appearances with this radio station there. I have been there a ton of times. Yeah, very good pizza.
Pasquale's 558. Why can't I say numbers? West Schrock Road.
West Schrock Road.
Also in Westerville. This is the all Westerville matchup here.
Yeah.
Crust had some chew to it when I went. The pizza I ordered was a touch blonde for my liking, but
sure,
flavor was good. All in all, solid pie. If you're asking me for my preference, and you are, because it's a competition, I'm going with Classic.
Yeah, I am. I like Pasquale's. I've had it as well. I am more of a fan of classics myself. I look at the online voting, and it is in favor of classics by about 70 votes. So factoring all that in, you and I both prefer classics. It got more votes. Pretty much seems a good idea to go with classics, declare them the winner.
All right. The 5 seed, Enrico's, also one of my favorites, 5788 Franz Road in Dublin. They're going up against the 12 seed Boston's. Boston's is a chain. They have 2 locations locally, air quotes, one in the Arena District and one in Marysville where Bone is banging.
I have had it many a time.
I'm sure you have. Enrico's. A lot of people say, hey, I got 100-year-old people working there, which they do. That doesn't necessarily mean it's good, but in this case, it actually does. They do have 100-year-old people working there, like making salads, making sauces. It's nice to see. I think they hire them. I don't think they're really members of the family. I think they go to old people's homes.
Is that right?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
No. Their cheese blend, to me, makes the difference. Not a straight Mott's. They're obviously doing something with a provolone or some sort of sharper cheese. I approve of it. Sausage is very good. My only complaint is I wish the chunks were a little bit bigger. I want more sausage. Okay. Sauce is wonderfully pasty. Let me explain that to you.
Okay.
For me, like a tavern pizza or Columbus pizza should have sauce with heavy notes of tomato paste.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Right? So
yes,
that
I agree
thick,
with you.
Gluey, and they have just the right mixture of it being pasty, but not too pasty.
Yeah, it's a good texture for the sauce. I agree with you. It's not like I don't know how to say this any other way. When you bite into a slice, you don't want it squirting out the sides. You want it to hold together, and it does hold together very well there.
That's right. Yeah. No squirtage.
Right.
Boston's.
Timmy, you all right over there?
You don't want the juices coming down your mouth.
No, I don't want to eat like a plum.
Like a
plum.
plum.
I don't want that. I want to just have a piece of pizza that holds together, and it does.
Boston's artisan hand tossed. It's fine. I actually like the new square pizzas they had quite a bit. Have you tried that?
I hadn't tried those. I've seen them on the menu. We go to Boston's probably, I don't know, like once a month. It's in our rotation of spots.
All right, well, try the square one. They had good caramelization on the crust. I had the pep and the bacon. I thought it was very good. Look, Boston's fine. To me, it's a no-brainer. Enrico's all day, every day.
Yeah, this is one of those things that I would say Boston's not a bad pizza. And they do a little bit of a deep dish when you get their pizza, if you get their regular one. What I would say is much like there's another place, BJ's Brewhouse, that's also got a similar style pizza. It's a full-service restaurant with a bar and all that stuff. If you go there and you were going with a group of people and you didn't know pizza was on the menu and you sat down and said, do I want pasta? Do I want a sandwich? Oh, look, they have pizza. You will not be disappointed with Boston's Pizza or, for that matter, BJ's Brewhouse.
Well, BJ's is not in this.
I know, I'm saying, but they have very similar pizzas. I don't know what you've had if you haven't had Boston's. However, if you're saying, I want pizza specifically, that's what I'm here for, then I would think you'd want to go with Enrico's over Boston's. It's a better pie.
Boston's is more like, hey, this pizza in Dubai is not bad. Right? I understand.
They have bad pizza in Dubai?
I don't know. Enrico's wins. It's the desert.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's the desert.
The higher temperature, easier to cook.
All right,
what are we
next
talking
up,
about?
The 4-seed Shorties up against the 13-seed Jets.
Shouties is how it's actually said.
Shouty. Sharties.
Nope.
It's so good, you shart. That's in 2 minutes.
Oh, good.
And it's so good, you squirt. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got stop-and-go traffic that's causing a 10-minute delay on northbound 315 between Clubview Boulevard and Powell Road. And there's also a 10-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and 315. This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Let Express Employment Professionals help you hire for contract or full-time jobs. Forget about recruiting, sifting through resumes, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Go to ExpressPros.com to find the location near you. That's ExpressPros.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
At Meijer, we work hard to bring more of the good life to your life so you can bring home more perfectly plump and flavorful produce picked for precise freshness. beautifully marbled, beyond brag-worthy certified Angus beef, and more must-have money-saving M-Perks rewards. Because saving more on local favorites is good, but bringing home more of what you love in every trip, that's the good life. We do more to make life a good deal better at Meijer.
This is the White Castle Call of the Crave, and it can happen anytime, even right now. So for a limited time, go get your hands on crispy shrimp nibblers. Only at White Castle. Follow your crave. Limited time only.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter.
Chubby time!
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
It's Piece of Madness. Please do listen to the podcast of this stupid show. Subscribe to it. I don't care if you listen to it. Just subscribe to it.
Yeah.
Actually, I do care. Listen and subscribe.
Please do.
Wherever you get your podcast, just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click, subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. First round of Pizza Madness is coming to an end today. The 4-seed Shorties, 2 locations, one on Henderson Road and one in Delaware, and the 13-seed Jets, various locations because they be a chain.
Sure.
Here's my thoughts on Shorties, which I had not had until I did some research for this competition. Thicker, chewier crust, square cut. They don't skimp on the cheese.
Boy, I'll tell you what. I'm looking at the pictures of this thing. Number one, the leopard spotting out of this world.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is that normally a lot of places that go heavy on the cheese don't know how to cook the cheese because they're stupid. Shorties goes with copious amounts of cheese, and they cooked it well. I also had a tomato and spinach pizza with garlic and olive oil that I like very much.
Okay.
So I would go again. I like Shorties a lot. I was actually depressed that I hadn't been there before. So Shorties, good.
Yeah, I'm sad that I have not had Shorties, to be fair, but just by looks and your testimony there, I mean, it's going to be on my list to get probably this weekend if I don't get it beforehand.
Jets, chain, 13 seed. My daughter actually at Jets prefers the round pizzas there because she's an idiot. For me, if you're getting Jets.
Come on, Samantha.
You're getting a square pizza, specifically 8-corner.
Yeah, you're getting the Detroit-style pizza.
I just like how everyone in this studio has decided to crap talk an 8-year-old, including Tej. She's like, oh, man.
Let me tell you something, man.
What are we doing?
And she knows the rule. If she's going to come with her opinions, there's going to be some consequences if they suck.
Yeah.
We're respecting her.
By taking her opinion
have the
seriously.
rebuttal.
Okay,
Yes.
fair enough.
8-corner pizza. For me, if I'm getting it, extra cheese, extra pep. That's all I need.
Can I tell you the hell that I'm in with my house with Jets?
What?
Is I'm never home when it's ordered. Usually it's ordered before I get home, and then it's...
You never get a corner.
No. I do, because I also live with psychos who don't like corners. So that's
what?
Whoa.
What?
Dude? Okay,
Wow.
but here's the problem. And again, I'm sure it is good when you get it the way it's supposed to be done, but what we do is we just order it the way it comes. And then when I get it, it's like, oh, look, liquid cheese on top of my pizza, because that's what everybody in my house likes. When I would order it, if I would, I am getting it well done, because I need more leopard spotting. I don't get enough leopard spotting on my Jets pizza, personally. So,
by the way, their Buffalo Ranch chicken pizza is good, too. Okay. Kristen likes that. Sometimes we get it.
Oh, nice.
But, look, Jets very good. I'm going to continue to go there if I want one of their pizzas. But if I'm voting, and I am, Shorties.
Okay. I haven't had Shorties, but just on looks alone, I'd vote for Shorties.
Okay.
But
Just
that's
kill another one of mine.
Hang on.
Thanks, guys.
Go ahead.
Teddy, you haven't said a word.
Have you had
Jump in.
shorties to compare?
No, I don't need to. The eight corner rules, man.
That
I
eight corner,
agree with you.
It's a great invention, Teddy. I do agree with you. The eight corner is awesome.
Can we also just admit that 8 corners just 2 pizzas put together? 2 smaller pizzas.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course it is. Of course it is.
Yeah.
But,
It's one of my favorites.
but
I get it for my birthday every year.
no, you don't. Ted.
I'm running out of big moments.
I was going to say, you have your Super Bowl pizza we killed off. Your birthday pizza's dead. What's next? Do you have one you get on Christmas?
Yeah.
You have one you get for the 4th of July?
Yes.
But here's the thing. Shorties on the voting won as well. Online, it was on Twitter, Jets won. But Shorties on Facebook and YouTube went strong and ended up taking the win.
all right,
So
Teddy, we can't put everybody through. I'm sorry.
I know, unless they're your guys' pizzas. I know. I understand. That's fine. Shorties can move on. It's good. Little guy. I'm rooting for the little guy. Let's go.
yeah,
I'm rooting for
Jets,
the big
Jets,
chain.
the monolith from
Right.
Michigan.
No, I'm saying Shorties, the little guy.
Shorties is the little
let's go.
guy. Yeah, that's
root
right.
for the little guy.
Okay.
Shorties. All right, fine.
All right, Shorties moves on because
Right.
I don't like you anymore, Ted.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
The 3 seed Black Dog up against the 14 seed Louis. Black Dog, 5923 Carrick Square Drive in Dublin. They do a Columbus style and a hand toss style. You actually went there last night.
That
didn't
is
you?
the place I went last night, and I've had it before, but I hadn't had it in a while, so I thought, let me try it again.
What kind of crust did you get? The hand tossed?
I got the Columbus style.
Okay, all right.
And I ordered they've got like a cheese that has like 5 different cheeses on it or something. So I had that just as it came, and it had a very good bake on it, very delicious. The crust had a nice chew to it. I really enjoyed the flavor of that pizza. I'm not sure.
It is really.
Well, what I'm
put
saying
together.
is, I think it's the combination of the sauce has a tiny bit of sweetness, but a good amount of savory, a little spice to it. The cheese with that sauce paired up together nicely. I thoroughly enjoyed this pizza.
I tried a hand toss there. I also had a Columbus style. I preferred the Columbus style. It came out very crispy. I did not ask for it well done, but it was cooked well. The sauce was a touch sweet. I could live with it. They did have a spicy red sauce that I did not know about when I ordered.
Yeah, I wish I
And I
would
wish
have
that I
seen
did.
that. They do look like they have multiple options for sauce, which is always a plus.
If you are a fan of places that, like this place had like a pizza of the month, and they had lots of specialty pizzas, which you could tell they put great thought into. They have a vast variety of specialty pizzas and, ready-made products for you.
Oh, yeah. That's great. No, good. I liked everything about it. The only thing you should know if you go there is if you're thinking, oh, hey, maybe we'll eat in. No, you won't. They do have, I guess, one table in there, which I think is just kind of a nice idea. If someone didn't know, they can sit there and eat their pizza, but you're generally going to be picking this up and taking it somewhere.
All right, Black Dog I enjoyed. Louis, 1019 Westgate Avenue in Newark. Sadly, this is one of the pizzas I did not try.
Good news. I've had it.
You've had it?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And now, here's one of the things I like about it. It is similar to a Columbus style in that they do a lot. The one I had anyway had the long cut down the middle and the thin strips. However, the pepperonis, and again, I like a pepperoni. The pepperonis on this one, they are not cup and char. They're bigger. They're nice.
Nipple pepperonis.
Yes. But yeah, overall, like a chewy crust, a decent amount of leopard spotting, not as much as I usually like, but a good bake on it for sure. I don't think you have to go there and tell them well done. So yeah, that's a plus. Looking at the online voting, Louis got a pretty close amount on Twitter. On Facebook and YouTube, it wasn't close. Black Dog dominated. So Black Dog has more votes online. I am more of a fan of Black Dog than Louis, but they're both very good.
All right. Well, I haven't had Louis. I've only had Black Dog.
I know, but online voting says Black Dog.
All right, Black Dog. I think we have a little fight coming up next.
Okay.
The 6 seed Rubino's is going up against the number 11 seed Meatball Mafia. Jen Winters is going to come here and talk about Rubino's, but I'll talk about Meatball Mafia here, the 11 seed. Timmy and I, you've had this together with me.
Did I not introduce you to this spot?
You did introduce me to the spot.
The location in the Crooked Can.
In the Crooked Can.
Thank you guys for the invite. It was really nice. Sorry I couldn't make it. It was fun. I really
if
appreciate
I could
that.
go back to 5 years ago.
We both had the day off.
Oh, I know you
And
did.
If I could go back, you'd be there. Then
Hey,
we'd go
Jen's
watch
here.
a rock movie
Pop in, Jen.
with Andrea Daddario or
Evil
whatever her
Bald
name
Colin
is.
kept the chair nice and lubed for you.
Did he? Okay.
Yes.
Are we doing that now or are we taking a break?
No, we're doing it now.
I don't know if we're taking a break. We're
I
doing
want
it
to talk
now.
about Meatball Mafia first, then we'll talk
Okay.
about Rubino's.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Meatball Mafia, Crooked Can, Westerville, Youngstown style pizza. We have not had a lot of that in this competition
Hilliard,
so
not
far.
Westerville. Hilliard.
What did I say?
You said Westerville.
No, Westerville's dead. Hilliard. That's what I mean.
Yep.
Hilliard.
West
Crooked,
Side.
Crooked Can.
This pizza can handle toppings. I will caution you this. If you go there and you get it and you eat it inside the Crooked Can, they're going to give it to you and it's going to be lava. If you put it in your mouth, you will die. It has to sit for 10 minutes first. Do you disagree with me, Timmy?
I kind of like it that way.
Then you're a psychopath.
I want that pizza hotter than the surface of the sun.
You need to be. I'm with
and if
you,
it has
Timmy.
to sit 3 minutes to get down to the temp that I like it, that is fine by me. I'll sip on my Coke until it's time.
My kids all the time marvel. I just, my mouth is dead, apparently, when it comes to the roof of it, because I will take a piece of pizza and eat it and go, that was good. And then
No
they are
sensitivity
like,
left.
I can't, how do you do it? It's lava. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's hot
Well,
and
I
good.
can't. If it
I like
comes, if it's a little bit too cool when we're at the place, it's not like it's could you please put this in the microwave for me?
No.
You can't get it hotter.
I'm with you.
So give it to me as hot as it can be.
Yep. And then if it cools down a
You
little
don't
bit, that's fine.
Just peel the skin off the roof of your mouth when that happens?
Ain't got none left.
Oh, that's what Timmy, I'm with you. I've had that happen so many times where like, I can't wait. It's too good. And then the next 3 days, I'm
Right.
like, I can't. My mouth is sore.
It's like the
too many Tombstone Frozens.
You'll hear like chefs say, "Oh, I got chef hands." Right?
Yeah, you can just grab
I
hot
can
stuff.
grab hot things, right? We've got pizza mouth.
I absolutely do. Yep, that's right.
Hot pocket mouth.
Yep, that's it.
Meatball Mafia up against Rubino's. We'll do the official verdict. Jen Winters is here to stump for Rubino's. That is next. Colin Mann and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 10-minute delay on northbound 315 between Clubview Boulevard and Powell Road. And we also have a 10-minute delay on southbound 315 between Lane Avenue and Town Street. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
We've lowered prices. You can save 15% or more on hundreds of items like Thomas Mini Bagels, Campbell's SpaghettiOs, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
At Bob's Discount Furniture, you get the lowest prices every day. Like our modular Bob, which configures to fit your family at just $250 each section. Sleep well on our game-changing mattresses like my highly rated Prize and news-making Treasure. And quality meets value with our Ellington dining set. Only $12.99 every day. No phony sales ever. When you get everyday low prices on the furniture of your dreams, there's only one thing to say. Oh, my Bob!
Bob's Discount Furniture.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, as Care grew over the years, you had many opportunities to sell Care to one of the big conglomerates that are buying companies all over Central Ohio. So tell our customers why you decided to keep Care in the family.
After talking about Care's values for over 30 years, I couldn't bear the thought of Care becoming the kind of company I was warning our customers about. I know the two of you will continue to treat our customers as I would, with honesty and integrity.
We will, Dad. In 2024, CARE was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Rise and shine, jabronis.
Quite a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box, Biatch.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Don't let life get in the way of what's most important. Visit shelterinsurance.com to learn more. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
The Red Clay Strays, live. Get Right Tour. August 12th, Kimba Live Outdoor. A night of sultry southern rock. On sale now at the Penn Station box office and online at AXS.com. The Red Clay Strays, brought to you by Promo West Productions.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution specialists.
Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
T-Bone and Jen Winters here. Hi, Jen. How are you?
Hi.
Hey, look at this idiot.
I'm here. Hey.
I'm here now.
How'd the ping pong go?
What's going on out there?
Oh, we had an epic game.
Oh, good.
Just epic.
Good thing that game took over precedence from doing your actual job on the radio.
My sack is very sweaty.
Need some Gold Bond?
Who was winning?
It is really put together.
Who won out there?
I won this round.
Oh, okay.
Mazel tov.
All right, good.
All right, Pizza Madness. The 6 seed Rubino's up against the 11 seed Meatball Mafia. Let me continue my thoughts on Meatball Mafia. Then we'll get to Jen's Pizza.
Okay. Jen's Pizza, known as Columbus legend Rubino's.
I have
but
also
sure.
dined at Meatball Mafia.
Oh, would you like to give your thoughts?
It's fine. It's good pizza.
Okay.
Moving on. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
I was going to say the Vindicator is my favorite. Crumbled meatballs, sausage, and hot peppers they make themselves. Reminds me of my grandfather.
What do you mean they make hot peppers themselves?
They pickle the peppers in oil themselves.
They pickle them. I see. Okay. I thought it was
They
just
don't
like
just buy them out of a jar.
Nature makes them hot, but I see what you're saying now.
No.
I got you. They make these jalapenos themselves. 3D printing. Wow.
They
I got
pickle
it.
their own peppers.
I got you.
And it's delicious.
Oh, good.
Now, Rubino's, Bexley, classic location.
Going on 70 years.
Yes.
It is an institution. Every Friday night after the Bexley Lions lose, this was, in the 90s, back when I was banging.
Uh-huh.
I'd have to take stats for the Lions. They would lose. I would go to, Beano's with my friends. We'd have pizza and be like, okay, they lost, but gosh, this pizza's good.
And you'd call it Beano's.
Beano's. Yeah,
That's what they call it if you call them.
He answers, he's like, Beano's.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
I know, it's what I want.
It's fantastic.
I'm sorry, I called Rubino's. It's like,
No,
we know. It's
it was
Beano's.
Beano's.
Been 70 years. What do you want?
The best part about Rubino's, obviously the pizza is fantastic. The atmosphere is everything that you want it to be. It is a room, and it's a room full of smoky pizza smells and
cash only, right?
Cash only. There is an ATM in there that'll charge you probably 30% to take, your
what?
$20 out of there.
God bless.
You've got a pinball machine, another pinball machine that might be working. You've got some booths and some tables, and that's all you need. Oh, and a cash register that is probably as big as Fort Knox.
Now, this is all nice. You're painting the picture of
It's
the place
a
for
nostalgic,
someone
lovely place to
who
go.
has not been there, but we're just doing pizza here.
Right, and I'm sorry.
We're not doing.
I'm trying to stomp for my favorite pizza
I
place
know.
in town. I'm sorry that I've had to do this. I'm no Garrison Keeler, but I thought I'd paint a picture for the people who have never been to Bexley's.
Can I tell you something?
Like lauded
I did not
Beanos.
have Garrison Keeler on today's bingo card,
right.
but I'm glad that he
That's
made
your
an
wild
appearance.
card, folks. I hope you win.
What's your order when you go?
So this is the best because it's my own pizza. I feel like Macaulay Culkin, my own cheese pizza.
Uh-huh.
It is the employee special, double cheese, pickles,
Oh wow.
onions,
Okay.
and sausage. And they do their sausage lengthwise.
Oh, I know. That's the weirdest sausage I've ever had in my life.
It is the employee special. It's like eating a White Castle hamburger, but not feeling it the next day. Like when you eat a castle.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I've
a
never
slider.
had that.
It
Like,
is
but-
fantastic. It's so good.
Yeah, now they do the sliced sausage.
Yes.
But it is not the thinly sliced cup and char
No.
sliced sausage.
No.
Which is that is the one I am more a fan
it's
of.
like this. It's how they cut it long lengthways, the Columbus style. A slice of sausage, it will fit on an entire piece of pizza.
It's rectangle.
It's rectangular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. Also,
I think this
just
is the
everything
thinnest.
else is great.
I think this is the thinnest pizza that I've had here.
It's like matzah, but if matzah was really good.
Very, very thin crust.
Very thin crust.
Yes,
It was good. I enjoyed it. My problem was you get double cheese. My problem
Yes.
was that they were a little light on the cheese.
That's the only. I would say that's the only fault, but they're perfect in my opinion.
No, but I understand what you're saying because we have sometimes docked pizza places because we have to tell them like an extra bake to get it baked the way we wanted.
Right.
That is something you should know if you're going to Rubino's and you like a lot of cheese and you just
Order
go
extra
saying,
cheese.
order extra cheese on that. But that's something we have to take into account here because you get it without the extra cheese, then.
And I heard you guys talking and making fun of me with the boxes, but yeah, you over 2 pizzas, you can get boxes for free. If you order 2 pizzas or less, then you're being charged 50 cents for the box.
It's on. They don't just like throw it.
No,
at
they
you.
put it in a
give
bag for
They
you.
put it
They
in
give
like
it
this
paper bag.
and they make it into a tent.
But
and
I kind of like that.
It's so. I mean, it's that's the way Rubino's always does it.
Yeah. That's
You know?
well again.
It's tradition.
They've been around for 70 years for a reason. People love them.
This is very good pizza. I enjoyed it very much. I've had it many times over the years. But for my money, I'm going with Meatball Mafia.
You're an idiot.
I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry.
All right. So this one, I don't know what's going to happen here because Meatball Mafia is your vote. I have not had Meatball Mafia, so I can't judge it. I have had Rubino's. I like Rubino's. It's good. Jen obviously will kill me if I don't pick.
But that
Rubino's.
shouldn't be the reason. But
No,
you had Rubino's, so
I don't
that's
have
right.
any
But I'm
sharp
saying-
implement with me right now.
But I haven't had Meatball Mafia, so I kind of have to recuse myself on that.
All right, Timmy.
Well, we know which way Timmy's going to go.
I haven't had the Rubino's, so I'm looking at the photos of what style sausage they use.
Yeah.
That's neat.
It's
I have not.
awesome.
I don't
It's
know
wild.
if I've
It's
had
very unique.
that kind of sausage on a pizza. I know what I know though. I know Meatball Mafia does a killer pie.
I'm scared to ask, Teddy.
I've had neither of these.
Okay,
so-
thanks, Teddy.
So, yeah, I won't
Ted,
be
you're
yelling
my
at you.
last
All right,
hope.
so
Well, hang on. Here's what the votes say.
What do the people say?
On Twitter, it was a resounding victory for Rubino's. They got almost 100 votes more than Meatball Mafia. On YouTube and Facebook, they again got almost 100 votes more than Meatball Mafia did Rubino's. They won by quite a decent margin on social media. So,
all right, Meatball Mafia, I enjoy you. All right, pickle more of those peppers.
Pickle
I hear
me,
it's the
pickle,
jardinera that
pickle
makes
me
it.
peppers.
Rubino's moves on.
Now, before we move on to the next thing, can
Yes.
I just say thank
The
you to
F word? No.
No. Good Lord.
Fish almost handled that for you
I
today.
saw that. I was like, there you go. Not
If the
on my
boss
back
says it,
anymore.
we can all say it.
Right? No. Thank you to everybody who's voted. I've tallied all the votes so far for the week. 46,892 total votes.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Almost 50,000 votes.
You know, I'd love to know, and there's no way to know it. how many extra pizzas we sold around Central Ohio.
That would be fantastic to know.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, just us talking about it. I mean, I'm super hungry when I leave here. I'm getting pizza when I leave every single day.
Yeah.
And there's got to be people who are listening that had no intention of getting pizza, but heard us talking about it, and they had to get it.
I've already received at least 50 messages saying that. So, yes, times that by the number of people that are listening to this show that haven't reached out. And as you mentioned, you're getting it. I got pizza last night.
Oh, I had
Second
pizza
time
last
this
night.
week.
I had pizza last night.
I tried Sexton's finally. I don't know how
You
it took me
live
this
right
long.
there.
I know I do.
I did. I just didn't know what I just tried sex.
I love
Sexton's
a
Pizza.
ton.
I tell you, it's appropriately named pizza.
Oh, yeah, buddy. That's
All
right.
we got 2 more matchups left. The 7-seed Flyers Pizza. Timmy's going to stump for that. Up against the 10-seed Cardos. And the number 2 seed George's Pizza. My guys in Shawnee Hills. I will stump for them. Up against the 15-seed Possum Holler. Teddy?
Yeah.
Teddy.
I love the name. I just
Possum Kingdom.
let's just put them on through.
No toadies.
Toadies.
No toadies.
Toadies.
Mm-hmm.
What's the song they had?
It's the
Around the lake
lake
tonight, by my side. Wow, 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 wow.
by my side.
Good. All right, that's next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Slower traffic is causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. And you're also looking at a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between Hudson Street and Morse Road. This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires, there's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay, things people love. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. At Giant Eagle, we combine exceptional customer service and quality foods, all at great value to make the most of your shopping trip. Visit Giant Eagle or Market District today to see how easy it is to save.
They're trained. They're fired up. Let's do it. When you need heat, they can't be beat. They're Ohio State's undefeated heating and cooling team. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
New treatments for joint pain are here. By now, you've heard about regenerative medicine. If you're wondering if you're a good candidate, answer these questions. First, does chronic pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or other joints keep you from doing the things you enjoy? Golfing, jogging, time with the family. Does it hurt doing the things you need to do, like getting out of bed, sleeping, working, and walking? And finally, do you want to avoid surgery and all of the pain, long recovery, and uncertainty that comes with it? If you answered yes to any of those, you need to call QC Kinetics now. Learn about exciting advancements in regenerative treatments that can give you long-lasting pain relief with no drugs, no surgery, and no downtime. Get your free consultation today. Call QC Kinetics. That's QC Kinetics. Here's the phone number.
Call now, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all. all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
You still thinking job change in the new year?
Yeah, I need something that's in high demand and more stable in this economy.
IT?
Yeah, cybersecurity, maybe even AI.
That's what I did.
Really? How?
Went to My Computer Career. You don't need any prior experience, and you could start your new career in a matter of months. A lot of IT pros go to school there, too, to level up.
Sweet. Are classes online or on campus?
Both.
Well, I'll check it out. Thanks.
Make this your year. Take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived, the only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. Let's start with women's college basketball. As tonight, Ohio State dives into conference tournament action after earning themselves a double bye. The Buckeyes will get started in the quarterfinal round of the Big Ten tournament. That's where Ohio State is set to face Iowa tonight. Matt Andrews has the call starting at 8:45 right here on the Fan. Tip-off is at 9. As for the Ohio State men, they wrap up their regular season on Saturday with a trip to Bloomington against the Indiana Hoosiers. That one will get started at 3:45 tomorrow afternoon. The winner of that game will get the 9th seed in next week's Big Ten tournament. The loser will be the 10th seed. That game also has big NCAA tournament implications on the line with both the Buckeyes and Hoosiers sitting right on the bubble. NBA tonight, the Cavaliers aim for their 13th win in a row as they're on the road against the Hornets. Tip-off in Charlotte is at 7 o'clock. And the Columbus Crew are at home tomorrow afternoon to host Houston. Kickoff at the LDC is at 2:30. Breaking sports news. When it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two.
Oh, yes.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
We have 2 more matchups. First round of Pizza Madness, and then next week we're on to second round, Sweet 16, all of that. It's also Tool of the Week Fridays. Send in your Twitter tools at ManandBone971. Text the burner phone, 614-787-3093.
Mike, we have a bit of an update here, not on pizza, on Gene Hackman and his wife.
Well, that's not right.
No, it's not. This is some sad news. We already knew that they had passed away. Yes, but as we had talked about, there was a bit of a mystery around this because initially there was a discussion about they were all, both Gene Hackman, who was in his 90s, and his wife, whose name is
Ayahuasca.
No, it's Betsy Arakawa.
I'm sorry.
65. But again, much younger than him. So when we found out they were both found dead, that was a little odd because 65, while certainly people do die at that age, that's a very odd thing to hear that both of them were dead at the same time.
Yeah.
Also, a dog was dead at the house, and they weren't, again, so everybody was wondering what was going on. The chief medical investigator, Dr. Heather Jarrell, there in New Mexico, where they lived, has provided some updates. Apparently, Gene Hackman died of heart disease and showed severe signs of Alzheimer's disease. However, it is believed his wife actually died first. So Betsy Arakawa, it appears, died of what's called hantavirus. I had to look up what this was.
I've heard of it, but refresh my memory.
Hantavirus can infect and cause serious disease in people in their respiratory system. It is not passed human to human, but it is usually attained by humans when they have contact with a rodent.
Oh.
Rats and mice, especially if exposed to their urine, droppings, and saliva, can also be spread through a bite or a scratch by a rodent, but this is rare.
And then she died, and then he didn't know what planet he was on.
So she passed away, and then they said they believe about a week later he passed away from both heart disease and probably Alzheimer's. They said it is possible he was not even aware that she had passed.
We talked about that when it first happened, that I thought maybe that was a possibility that she died, and then he was just not in the right frame of mind.
Yeah,
to notice or do anything or know what to do. That's sad. It's sad.
Of course, it's a very sad story, but I do think for everybody who's been wondering what happened here, because, of course, you know, conspiracy theories run wild. There are already some of those. There were things like, too, people wondering, was it carbon monoxide and just poisoned everybody in the house? That was ruled out earlier, but now we get an explanation as for what happened, and it appears the dog was just in its kennel, like in its crate in the house, and there was just no one to take care of it, so it passed away as
a full week or 9 days or so.
Yeah,
and the other two, they had two other dogs that were out roaming the neighborhood. Well, thankfully,
what I heard was they actually were found, but they were at a shelter. So, or at either that or a boarding place. So either they had them boarded for some reason, and they
or
just
they
never
were
came
found and taken to the boarding place.
Yeah, that could be it too.
I was reading that they were found roaming inside and outside the property.
Oh, okay. Well, then
so maybe they were, like he said, taken to some kind of shelter after that.
Well, there we go. But yeah, one of the dogs was in a cage, I guess, and that's why that one didn't live. So.
A virus passed on by rodents.
Yeah, I have heard of this, where if you get, like, let's say you get an infestation of rats or mice, and then they leave their droppings, one of the things they tell you not to do is, because some people might say, oh, okay, well, I'll get like
I'll clean it myself.
I'll get a shop vac and I'll vacuum it up. That can actually be bad because it creates dust that then you inhale, and that can be one of the ways you can get this virus. So there's a special way you have to clean that. If it is actually rodent droppings, you can call like an exterminator or something, and they can walk
in other news, everyone who works here is going to die of hantavirus.
Are you convinced we have rodents
are you
here?
kidding, man? This building? I don't know what's going to get us first, the asbestos or the rodent poop?
Yeah, for those who are like, nah, asbestos? Nah, I don't know if we can talk about it, but yeah,
we got the big ones
signs.
too.
You ever
we
see,
boast the biggest rats in Columbus.
You saw those daytime commercials from these lawyers where it's like, were you at Fort Bragg this time? 20 years from now, did you work at WBNS TV? If so, you may get a financial payout.
There's a hallway we all walk through every day that has a sign that's like, there has been asbestos remedies placed in this hallway. And to my understanding, what it is a plastic sheet.
It's a hefty bag.
Yeah, it looks like an Alice in Wonderland hallway.
Yeah.
Because it just sort of gets smaller and smaller until you get engulfed by a packaging of asbestos.
And then what's really fun is we've experienced this too, where sometimes you walk down the hallway and there's just a loose flap from the plastic just hanging down, and you're like, is that
flap?
I don't like that term, loose flap.
I didn't feel good about the plastic being our only barrier anyway, but now
it's kind of like a hanging sleeve, you know?
It's just open. It's just sitting there, and we're walking past it. I don't know what we're supposed to do with
that.
All right,
we got asbestos, we got hantavirus, we got a lot of stuff. Can we get back to the pizza?
Yes.
Two more matchups left. The 7 seed Flyers up against the 10 seed Cardos. Now, Timmy, you are a big Flyers fan. However, I was just reminded during the break, you broadcasted the Buckeyes show live from Cardos not too long ago.
Not too long ago. Me and Tyvis were out there. We're at the one in Pickerington. Great time. Had a great time. Really good pizza, too. I will go back, and I will recommend that to anybody. However, you know where my vote's going to be. I think Flyers Pizza is also fantastic. They're similar styles. They're close, but the slight edge goes to Flyers, my hometown guys.
I have, so I used to live on the southwest side of town, Galloway.
And you had a location there.
And we used to go like all the time.
Yeah, I know.
There was a place called Canapali's that we liked a lot. It closed. It was just a one-off little spot.
So it was Flyers all the way after that.
When that place closed, it and Flyers were always like neck and neck for us, and then it instantly became Flyers the rest of the time. Good spot to take, a lot of them have like big, nice restaurants you can sit down in and enjoy your food, so They do a great, like, it's a good restaurant experience, even if you don't get their pizza. They have a lot of other delicious food.
Yeah,
But
I like their Old World pepperoni. That obviously is good.
That's the
because
key.
they've got the cup and char, and I really love the sausage. Don't you?
Yeah, it is
very fine crumbled sausage.
Yeah, Mike,
it
I don't
almost
know if
kind of
that's-
candies up a little bit.
I don't know if
when
that's
it
your
bakes.
favorite, but I
Love
like
it.
that little crumble sausage.
I prefer a bigger chunk. Actually, that's one of the things that I liked about Cardo's is that their sausage had a little bit of a kick to it.
Yeah,
it does.
I like their sausage. They were very topping heavy at Cardo's. It was a little undercooked for my liking. The cheese was sort of an afterthought because they put so many toppings on. But it was a good pizza. I enjoyed it. But for me, I'm going to advance Flyers.
Yeah, I'm with you on Flyers.
What do
Timmy,
the people say?
I think the people had Flyers too.
People had Flyers by
Good Kick.
I mean, then I think it's just more well known, right? Because it's they've got quite a few locations, but they won
It's pretty
by
big in Columbus, right? I mean, there are a lot.
They had the most votes of this round or of this section of the bracket. They had 1,193 votes.
I drive by the corporate headquarters of Flyers every single day on Avery Road, which is just a house.
That's right. I know exactly
a
what you're
house
talking
with
about.
a sign in
Man,
front of it.
that Avery Road has changed a lot in the last 6 or 7 years. There used to be an entire golf course, driving range, short game area, putting green. That's all gone, turned into apartments.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, Flyers moves on. 7 seed. The 2 seed, George's Pizza, up against the 15 seed, Possum Holler. Possum Holler, 1874 Lyle Avenue in Obetz. I had this for the first time a few weeks back when I was in lovely Obetz picking up a package.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Old World Pep I had was good. Cheese was not done quite enough for my liking. Crust was a touch doughy. So, solid pizza. Don't know if I'd make the trip back to Obetz to get it again.
Yeah, if you haven't had this, like if you get their pepperoni, they do the cup and char, but they pile it on, and the cheese is more on the gooey side than the leopard spotted side. Their crust isn't bad. I don't mind their crust. I think it's pretty good, but yeah, it's a place that if you've grown up on the south side of town, you've probably had Possum Holler. I have had it a few times. We used to go to church not far from where this was, so we've had it plenty of times in my family, and it's good. It's a good pizza.
George's, 9210 Dublin Road. It's a Powell address, but it's in Shawnee Hills. Full disclosure, this is where I go to get my pizza more often than not. I suggest you go get the pepperoni amore pizza, double pep, double cheese. And what I like about George, and yes, George is usually there. What I like about George is that he is very upfront with the ingredients that he uses. He's got the Ezzo pepperoni right there in the refrigerator case. He's got the grande cheese, the mozz, and the provolone mix that he uses right there in the refrigerator case. He will show you the toppings he uses. He will show you the sauce that he uses. He cooks it really well.
Mm-hmm.
I also like the white pizza, which has chicken on it, tomatoes, onions, and like copious amounts of garlic butter.
Yeah.
Just oozing with garlic goodness.
Secret of the ooze.
Yeah. Oh, there is a secret
Teenage
to the
Mutant
ooze.
Ninja Turtles too.
I also, George's, and we're just talking about atmosphere here, right? It doesn't really count, but it's one of those places you go in, you can get a lottery ticket. You can get a quart of ice cream right there in the cooler and a piece of fudge when you pick up your pizza.
It's an old school type of place, but it's not that old of a place necessarily.
No.
I don't know how long it's been around, but yeah, it's got that old school vibe to it. I have
Sounds
had
like
this,
an old pharmacy, Bone.
That's right.
You can also
Timmy.
get heroin in the back.
Get your lotto tickets, ice cream chest.
Mr. Gower.
Drugs at the counter.
Listen,
Mr. Gower.
what I would say is I have had both of these. I had this on your recommendation. I usually get it after the memorial when we've gone out there and done broadcasts. I picked this up on the way home. That pizza amore is one of the top 5 pizzas I've ever had. For me, George's moves on.
All right, we'll recap all that first round goodness. It's 4 huge days of pizza action. Coming up next, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch for some stop-and-go traffic that's on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East Split and Livingston Avenue. And you're going to hit a 10-minute delay on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Men, this is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And you've heard me talk a lot about how treating low testosterone can improve your sleep, your workouts, your energy levels, and more. But today I want to talk to you about your sex drive, because low testosterone can have a significant impact on your desire for intimacy. It can even be a factor in erectile dysfunction. And if you're in a relationship or wanting to be in a relationship, a low sex drive could really be a problem. The good news is that if you're like most guys, treating your low testosterone could really change the way you feel about sex, giving you back the flame and desire that is so important when you love someone. So if you're feeling sluggish and tired, if you're not sleeping well, if your workouts aren't that great, and most of all, if your sex drive is more like a putt, make an appointment at Tri-State Men's Health and have your testosterone levels checked. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Common Man here for Worthington Jewelers. I was the voice of another company for a long time, and then my good friend Bob Capace changed my mind about the jewelry experience. 25 years of local, 25 years of relationships. Experience the difference for yourself just like I did. The spring bridal sale is going on right now. You buy one, you get one 50% off. The best prices of the year on natural and lab-grown diamonds. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington, worthingtonjewelers.com.
Getting great deals at Meijer on the items your family loves makes shopping a good deal better. This week, plump and juicy red seedless grapes are $1.29 a pound. Certified Angus beef ground beef from Chuck is just $4.99 a pound. Purple Cow 48-ounce ice cream and frozen yogurt and select varieties of frozen novelties are just $2.99. And 12 packs of Coca-Cola or Pepsi products are buy 2, get 1 free, plus deposit where applicable. Get more and save more at Meijer. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in store or in the Meijer app.
For a limited time at Verizon, you can get our best price ever for a single line. Just $45 per month when you bring your phone, which is less than you spend on Too Tired to Cook takeout every week. Get one line on Unlimited Welcome for $45 per month with autopay plus taxes and fees. Visit your local Columbus Verizon store by April 2nd to save. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Additional terms apply.
Roll Up to Win is back at Tim Hortons. We're rolling out great prizes like a 2025 Ford Bronco, $500 daily jackpots, Xboxes, and more. You can earn rolls with your purchase of an eligible hot or cold beverage and favorite breakfast item. A whole new way to earn rolls this year. Visit your neighborhood Tim's and download the app for great food and more opportunities to roll up to win. No purchase necessary. Tim Hortons app required. See rules on app for details. Entered by 3/23/25. Sponsored by Tim Hortons.
Here at The Fan, we give you 14 hours of live and local programming every day. We care about you. We live and work in your community. Except Bo Bishop. He won't tell us where the hell he is. Your live and local station. Except Bo. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy houses as is, fast for cash. Call me today for an all-cash offer on any of your properties, and we can close within days at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Do you own a property that's outdated and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, I'll buy it. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. Would it be convenient for you if you could simply take what you wanted and leave the rest behind? Great, I'll buy it. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family, apartment buildings, rental portfolios. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Call TurboTrack Realty today for an all-cash offer and speak with one of our friendly staff members at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
My USPS Ground Advantage package just left the warehouse. I get all the updates. Stay in the know with USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Light rain showers, cloudy skies, and a cool, damp finish on this Friday. Temperatures holding in the low to mid 40s, down to the low 30s by Saturday morning. Rain and snow showers ending by then. During the day on Saturday, plenty of clouds early, some sunshine late, but it will be chilly with highs only in the low 40s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
Fat Boy Food Tip and a recap of the entire first round of Pizza Madness. Looking forward to some of the second round matchups next week. That is coming up in mere moments.
Yeah. Mike, I saw these comments from Don Waddell, your leader of the Blue Jackets, team president, GM essentially. So, of course, trade deadline was today, 3 o'clock. Jackets made a move, not a big one. Got the dude from San Jose who's just kind of like a nice skater who's going to help you out a little bit, be a pro, but nothing big. They gave up a 4th-round pick. Right. I'm blanking on his name again, but who cares? We'll get to know him when he gets here. How about that? But the question, or this quote that I saw from him, Don Waddell, apparently, this is from Mark Scheig, who covers the Jackets. Don Waddell said teams approached him about a couple of players. He said, interestingly, that there could be framework to resume these talks in the summer. And then here's the quote from Don Waddell. We had a couple of hockey trades that we were talking about, but nothing materialized. Actually, some things, I think we set some great groundwork for the summertime with some teams that didn't want to give up a lot right now, but they had interest in some of our guys. That's just, I find that
Good.
quote, I mean, that's very open to say, yeah, we're not making a move now, but doesn't mean everybody's going to be here next year. It means we've got to do what's right for the team. And I appreciate that honesty. I think that's good insight.
Well, this is what happens all the time. These guys get together, and if a trade isn't going to happen during the deadline, they revisit it in the summertime, and I'm glad that he's being honest with that.
Yeah. And, of course, this is also, we said, I think it's a fair thing for this team to not trade away a ton of pieces right now, because you do have a chance to make the playoffs, and that is valuable given what this team went through for the season. I think that needs to be honored, and I think this team has for whatever level you can say this in pro sports, I think they've earned the right to at least see this season out and try to do what they can with what they are. That all said, like you had talked about with Provorov, if you were getting like 2 first-round picks for him, you'd have to think about that no matter what I just said there.
Well,
I mean, you got to do right by the organization.
That, and you don't feel confident you can extend him.
True enough.
That's the other
right.
side of that.
True enough. Yeah, if you think he'll sign here and you can get that extension done, then that's a different story. But the fact that groundwork's been laid is good, and I hope that they make the right call whenever that time comes.
It is Tool of the Week Friday. Send in your Twitter tools at Man and Bone 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093. Fat Boy Food, yeah!
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip? This is dumb. I quit.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
All right, we're ensconced in Pizza Madness. We did pizza matchups Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and today. We got through all 4 regions in the first round. And here's what's left.
Yep.
Starting on Monday, here are the matchups we're going to see. We're going to see Eagle Villa Pizza out in New Albany up against Meisters.
Oof.
It's going to be a tough matchup.
Well, this is where we're at, folks. It's going to get tougher from here on out.
Pizza Cottage. They took care of Circles and Squares in the first round. They're going up against Hound Dogs, the 4 seed.
Yeah. It's what's that Urban Meyer phrase you used to have? Life in the big city. Like here we go. These are some good matchups.
Carlucci's, the 3 seed, going up against Rotolo's, longtime Columbus favorite.
Don't bring up Carlucci's because Ted is still mad at me that I killed off Kingies on that one because it was so close and I had to make a call. And Teddy hasn't spoken to me much of this week, and I think that's why. I'm sorry, Ted.
Bazemore's is going to go up against Manelli's, a favorite of the program.
2 of my favorites. Yeah, this is
Liza.
No, that's right. Have you always had those points? That's a Arrested Development reference. If no one gets it, it's fine.
In the pepperoni region, JT's, the number 1 seed, will go up against Granddad's, another Columbus institution.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a tough matchup.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You know what? I'm realizing now just how much pizza I still have left to eat. Not that I haven't had all these places, but because now I want to have them side by side.
We have to revisit.
And revisit, yes.
Emilio's, the 5 seed, they're taking on Sexton's, the number 4 seed.
That's, yeah. That's going to be a difficult
Timmy had some
matchup.
Sextons last night.
He did, yeah.
The 3-seed Pizza House is going up against the 6-seed Pizza Nerds, new to the pizza.
Yeah.
What am I trying to say?
Yeah, a newer place.
A newer establishment.
Right.
However, I really, really liked it. That's going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah, and Pizza House obviously has been around for a while. They do good stuff there, but I do think not all of these matchups, but a lot of these matchups, they are geographically convenient where, Pizza Nerds and Pizza House aren't exactly close, but if you live on the north to northeast side, those both are not too bad to get to. Like if you want to try one on tonight and go get one tomorrow or Sunday, you could theoretically do that. There's a lot of those matchups like this.
The 7-seed Borgata is going up against the 2-seed Dante's, which also took out one of Teddy's places, Christie's.
That's his Super Bowl pizza that got eliminated. I'm sorry, Teddy.
In the sausage region, Tommy's moves on. They will go up against DeCarlo's.
Yeah, that's again, two very different styles, but
two very different styles.
Very loyal fan bases in both of those.
Adriatico's moves on, the number 5 seed. They're going up against the upset pick, 13 seed Brooklyns. They took down Benny's in their first round matchup.
Go check out Benny's, though, if you've never had it up in Marysville. It is good pizza, but Mike and I both agreed Brooklyns took it there.
Yellow Brick Pizza, number 14 seed that moves on. They're going to be facing Planks on Parsons, the 6 seed.
Yep. Good matchups.
Iacanos, the 10 seed. They move on to face Toritas, the 2 seed.
Two of your favorites.
That's correct.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for you.
And in the eggplant region, we just did it today, we had a 16 beat a 1.
We literally brought in other people from the station here. We brought in Fish and Evil Bald Colin to talk about both of those because they stumped. It was Stads versus TAT.
As much as I enjoyed Stads and I stumped for them, TAT was the ultimate victor, a 16 seed. Now it's probably just poor seeding on our part, but TAT moves on. Classics Pizza, the 8 seed, beat Pasquale's today. They will move on to face one of my other favorites, the 5 seed Enrico's.
No.
Friends, what?
TAT is going up against
Classics.
Sorry.
That's right. I'm sorry. I'm stupid.
You're good. You're all right.
TAT and Classics. Enrico's moves on to face Shorty's.
Which is the one that I haven't had, but just looking at the pictures today, I realized...
You should go. You'll enjoy it.
I'm going to get it this weekend. It looks awesome.
Black Dog moves on to the second round. They will face Rubino's, Jen Winters' favorite, or as the locals call it, Beano's.
Beano Cook.
Flyers, the 7, and his turkey neck. Flyers, the 7 seed, will go up against the 2 seed George's Pizza up in Shawnee Hills.
That's going to be tough for me. But again, that's one where there's like a location of Flyers that you could get. You could probably get Flyers and get George's if you had them timed out right. And if you live in that area, get them both home at the same time and get a relatively decently warm to hot pizza from both. That's, again, it's comparative eating this weekend. Plan accordingly.
This has been the most pleasant research project of my entire life.
Have you done a lot of research projects?
Well, when I was in school, I had to do like homework and projects, and
I just didn't know you to be an in-depth researcher. But you know what? I'm with you.
If it was all like this, I would be.
You know, there is someone's job somewhere that their job is to like describe pizza, regional foods, maybe not just pizza, but like regional foods, what makes things different, why people do different things in different regions. I'm sure there's a study going on right now. We need to be a part of that. We should get funding for that.
You know, we're not very intelligent people on a variety of different topics, but after this, I mean, I don't know if there's anybody in the city who knows pizza more than us. We should write a book on Columbus pizza.
You know what? That sounds great to me.
Forward by Ted. I've had 3 places.
That's right. The book is called Ted Disagrees.
Kingies, Christie's, and Jets.
Tool of the week in 2 minutes. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should be aware of an accident that's on southbound 270's off-ramp to 33, and that's on the east outer belt. And you're looking at a couple-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between Hamilton Road and 270. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU. The perfect low-rate card for your wallet. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Do you realize making the minimum monthly payments on your credit cards, it'll take nearly 20 years to pay them off? What if I told you there's a way for you to get them all paid off in just a matter of weeks? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Imagine wiping out all of your credit cards. Here's where you go. AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com. Advantage First Lending is the easy button for tapping in to hundreds of thousands of dollars in your home equity. That's not the bank money, it's your money. Listen, your home, the value is way up. And now AFLcash.com has a super fast, hassle-free program that lets you turn that equity into cash. People who do this are living their best life, their credit card debt free, with cash left over for other stuff like home improvements, maybe a vacation. See how much money you can get now. Go to AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. That's 844-394-CASH. Say goodbye to greedy credit card companies. That's AFLcash.com.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
For 100 years, our passionate Atlas Butler has been helping people. From those who have relied on us for years to those who call us for the first time. For our team, their families, and our community, Atlas Butler is here to keep Central Ohio safe and comfortable with trusted, convenient service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Common Man and T-Bone present Tool of the Week.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
The best tool, according to us, gets a $50 gift card to Pecan Pennies. Pecan Pennies, your downtown home for barbecue, happy hour, and soccer. Bone, let's go.
Mark says, my fellow fat friends.
Hello, I've accidentally painted a gentleman's sausage on a storm drain.
Oh, hi, Mark. My tools of the week are Wings fans for whining about a non-call finally going in the Jackets' favor against them. How many games/cups have you won because of iffy officiating? Too many. Sit down and shut up.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's our time now.
That's right, Mark. You tell him. Friend of the show says, my soakers.
But he's sort of much more erect.
My tool of the week is the Blue Jackets for having Herb Street on their trade deadline day broadcast.
Man, they really lean into Herbie, don't they?
Who the hell needs to hear Brothers Boy talk about himself, how he's better than us, and act like he knows hockey? Go back to Nashville. GTH, Herbie has a micro penis. I'm just reading what it says. Just reading what it says. I didn't say that. That's what the friend of the show said. Thank you, friend. Jiz Hornkamp and Jizzle James Comedy Hour says, actually, I'm the tool. I'm a week behind on podcasts, and I missed my chance to hand off my 4- and 6-year-old to you guys to get free stuff. Can you pick them up and drop them back off in 14 years? Thanks. Hashtag two little jizzes is what he says.
Okay.
Jiz Hornkamp and Jizzle James.
I see.
That's what he's referencing there. Urban's little Meyer says, my guys.
That was all about Cox. Fletcher Cox.
Tool of the week is Common Man for his comment about pumpkin pie and sweet potato pie tasting the same. I guess we should cut pears and put them in a pie and claim it's the same as apple. I guess apple pie without the crumble is the same as regular apple pie. Tool.
All right.
Tool.
All right.
I like to tell you ended it with tool.
I take it. I'm sorry.
That's fine. French Onion says, my guys.
So many of those balls pop out.
I forgot about poor Chris Collinsworth suffering through with whatever that was. Ebola? I don't know what he had. My tool of the week is myself for moving down to Cincinnati 9 months ago and being unable to quickly/easily try these pizza places you've been discussing. P.S. If you find yourself north of Cincinnati, check out Trophy Pizza. Real solid New York and grandma style za. Nice.
Za. I also hate the term za. Thank you.
Okay.
Don't put basil in the oven and don't call it za.
Oh, okay. Man's droopy sack says, my guys.
You're going to see Graham, Cox. I mean, they're all just going to be like, hey, I got him. No, I got him. I want that sack.
Tool of the week is my Uber driver home from the airport. He got on the highway, crossed 4 lanes into the left lane, drove at 57 miles an hour, ate Cheetos the whole drive, talked loudly on the phone, was licking his fingers.
Oh, yeah.
And then he grabbed our bags out of the trunk.
Oh,
Hashtag GTH.
Oh, yeah. Did you hand him a little tip? A little cash tip right in those orange fingers?
You can tip on the app, I think, when you're doing the Ubers. But, yeah, that's still... Now you've got to grab... Where else do you grab the bag? He grabbed the handle, so now you've got to grab it, and that's no good. Downtown Dad says, my pizza guys. My tool of the week is a no-brainer. I ordered one of the Man and Bone Pizza Madness shirts, paid for it with a credit card. Long story short, it billed and shipped to my old address that was on file. I'm now scrambling to find a solution. Old neighbor / customer service. Hashtag feel dumb GTH.
I'm sorry.
Well, that sucks, Dad. I'm sorry about that. I mean, I don't know what I can do about it.
Nothing.
But I'm sorry about it.
Sorry, you're stupid.
Sorry.
It's not your fault you're stupid.
Did I say I'm sorry? Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Jurassic Park says, my amigos.
Yeah, they definitely are monitoring his load.
My tool of the week is the weather. I mean, come on. Freezing and 60-mile-an-hour winds, and then a beautiful day. Then I'm freezing my ass off again. I know it's Columbus, but this has to stop.
It's not going to stop. It's cold spring.
But it's like the false spring that we get. Where it's next week's going to be in the 70s. All our mucous membranes are going to really enjoy that little tease. And
it's
then
not going to stay there, though.
No, and then back to cold. Horde Fest says, my guys. Stephen A. is 100% the tool of the week for blaming LeBron about focusing on negativity in the media and then opening First Take with an extremely negative take on LeBron instead of a positive take about Steph Curry scoring 56 points, thus proving LeBron's point in a way. Sure. Yeah, that's right. Stephen A. Smith, grade A tool. Zach says, my tool of the week is the guy who was going 116 miles an hour in a 35.
Oh, God.
And then hit my wife while
is she alive?
Up in Cleveland visiting her mom in the hospital.
That's Bo Bishop who did that.
Our car is totaled, but somehow my wife survived without major injuries. Spoiler alert on this one. I didn't read all the way down. The driver did not make it. The guy who was going 116. So this is a really bad accident, Zach.
I'm
sorry to hear that happened to that guy, but I'm glad.
That's the ultimate tool right there.
I'm glad to hear your wife is okay.
He also killed Gene Hackman.
Said the drivers in 2 other vehicles had major injuries. Tool of the year.
My
yes,
God.
Zachary.
This is probably on the news.
Yep. Yes. I bet it is when someone's going 116 to 35 and they have a fatal accident. Yes, I would guess that's on the news up in Cleveland. So Google that, I guess, if you want to. But yeah, Zach, I'm glad your wife's okay. That's really scary. Black Sasquatch says, tool of the week is pizza madness.
Uh-oh.
It's dividing the whole country like the Civil War did.
Actually, I think we're taking your mind off of things.
That's right. We're having, brother versus brother, slice versus square.
I understand what he's saying. It's very
humanity.
passionate.
Can't we all just get along in pizza peace? Ohio will never be the same. Eat them all. Let what?
Let Gudge. Hey, Gudge! What do you think of this pie?
Just wait till I say it.
What do you think of this Gudge?
I'm sorry, dude. I messed this up. Eat them all. Let God judge the pies is what I was trying to say.
God is judging the pies.
Let God judge the pies.
You know what? God said something to me? He hates a sweet sauce.
Oh, yeah. Is that right?
Yes. God hates sweet sauce.
I'm going to see Gudge at Ace of Cups next week. Book it. Nick says, my guys.
And going up for balls and exposing yourself.
My tool of the week is this show for not putting Dewey's through to the second round. Sincerely, Samantha. GTH. That's good, Nick. Yeah, Samantha is not a fan of you not putting Dewey's through.
No, I heard about it.
I bet
when I got home, man,
I bet
she wanted to take the day off of school.
I know.
To come in here and stump for Dewey's.
Yes, and also for Jet's Circle Pizza.
Well, apparently, I can't defend her on that. That's just stupid. That's her mother's side of the gene pool.
Brendan says, my guys.
Flacco, my cracko.
Tool of the week goes to my wife, who said she had too much pizza growing up when I suggested we try a pizza from Pizza Madness. I need a divorce lawyer ASAP.
Unless you grew up in a pizzeria.
There's no such thing other than that. And maybe even then, I don't know if I agree. But Yeah, too much
Maybe
pizza?
like dad would yell at you and you're just having the same dream every single night that you've overcooked the pizzas or whatever it is. That's the only way you could have too much pizza.
Yeah. Lou Holtz Eats Babies says, my tool of the week is the loser from Arizona State who is suing Scadaboo for jumping on a golf cart. I don't know if you saw that story, but Cam Scadaboo, running back for Arizona State, a guy had a golf cart accident while he was at Arizona State. It caused him some pretty severe injuries, I guess, and he's still recovering from them. Anyway, he claims that happened because Cam Scadaboo jumped on the back of the golf cart, and now he's added Cam Scadaboo to the lawsuit. He's been suing Arizona State. Now he's added that in. Ty says, my pizza guys.
And they're taking those inches. Do you take those inches? Absolutely.
My tool of the week goes to the Red Wings fans sitting behind me last Saturday during the outdoor game. During the first period, when they honored the Goudreau brothers and showed their mom on the Jumbotron.
I'm afraid to hear the rest of this. I really am.
My wife and I tried to start a Johnny Hockey chant in our section. The Wings fan behind me, who was already a few high noons in, started to chant over us, "Let's go Red Wings." I turned around and asked him to politely stop. He was being a complete tool, telling me I was being sensitive, and told me he did not care about Johnny Gaudreau. GTH, dude. Yeah, for real. GTH indeed, Ty. What an icky human being. How can you live with yourself knowing that's how you walk around? What a piece of garbage. Yeah. That's all I have.
All right, let's pick a winner.
Way to end on a... I mean, I guess I didn't end on...
No, that was good.
Guy dying in a car accident, but
really
I ended on
good.
that
We had a lot of depressing ones today. We had the vehicular homicide today.
Yeah, right.
We had the mocking of the dead person.
Yeah.
What else do we have, Bone?
We didn't get anybody
murdering of kitties.
There was nobody like calling Gene Hackman and his wife a tool for dying. I mean, I guess that's a slight silver lining here. Nobody said that. I don't know. I'm trying to find some of the ones that were actually not depressing.
You know what, though? I'll take it.
Wait.
Who was the guy that hated me for the take on the pumpkin pie and the sweet potato pie?
He's won a bunch. That's Urban's little Meyer.
Oh, well, hell with him then. I don't want him.
You know what? Oh, hi, Mark. He's the one who said that the Wings fans need to shut up about the bad call.
Okay.
You're right. There you go, Mark. You win. Congrats.
Mark wins.
They're my guys. Always my guys. They're my guys. Always my guys.
That was a great edit. Who did that? Me. Mark gets a $50 gift card to Pecan Pennies. Pecan Pennies, your downtown home for barbecue, happy hour, and soccer. Yeah.
Dickie the Punchline Donkey on Cool 97.1.
Hey, how you doing there, T-Bone? Can I sit in your office?
Were you editing like pork chop?
Yeah, how you doing?
That's good edit. That's all right. Hey, you know what? Sometimes we all have... Teddy, I'm going to say, this ain't one of them.
I got to go do some Frisbee golf.
Timing up that disc.
He was broadcasting Frisbee golf from the now gone Silverdome. I believe is where he did that.
The Pontiac Silverdome.
I think that's where he broadcasted from.
That's right.
And now that's all gone, right?
You know who used to play in the Pontiac Silverdome?
Barry Sanders.
And?
Lots of other people.
Dude, I crushed you in the cleans and I crushed you in the snatch.
That's right. Spiels did.
Spiels crushed you in the snatch.
Mm-hmm. He's building a champion.
There was a lot of cleans and snatches at the Arnold.
Oh, you know there was.
Weekend.
Of course there was. That's all they're doing.
Which one is which? A lot of snatches.
There's one that's involving a jerk.
Snatch jerk.
There's no snatch and jerk. It's a clean and jerk.
I see. Clean and jerk.
You don't snatch or jerk in the snatch. What? Clean and jerk is what I'm trying to say. I'm so afraid.
Dude, I crushed you in the cleans and I crushed you in the snatch.
I don't know what to say here.
Back page. You know what? We've done it all for
Teddy,
3 hours today.
This ain't one of them.
No, Teddy, it is one of them.
No, it ain't.
It is.
No, it's not. No.
Come on.
No. Stop it.
Hey, the corn jerkers.
Soon enough.
Corn jerkers. Back page.
From Canberra.
Canberra corn jerkers.
Canberra corn jerkers.
Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at some slower traffic on westbound 70 on the west side between West Broad Street and Hague Avenue. And you're looking at a 5-minute delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and Cook Road. This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Eat Lux your way with the new $5 Classic, $7 Supreme, and $9 Discovery Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. At participating stores for a limited time only while supplies last. Price and participation varies. Drinks exclude freezes. Tax extra. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Retirement Group. How much income will you need to retire? Let us help make sure you reach your financial goals. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
Leases on approved credit. No security deposit required. Tax, tags, title, and dealer fees extra. Ends April 1st.
I'm Rick Reichert. If the calendar says March and there's basketball on TV, it can only mean one thing. Markdown madness at number 1, Reichert Ford. Reichert Ford has sold vehicles to every state in the nation. And we'll sell you one too. Lease new 2024 F-150S TX for just $399 a month for 36 months. 0 down. Plus you get Reichert Ford's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty because we're dealing. Saving money is a slam dunk at Reichert Ford. Lease new 2024 Bronco Sport for just $399 a month for 36 months. 0 down. Plus Reichert Ford's exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. It's madness. Markdown madness at the number 1 largest volume Ford dealer in Ohio, Reichert Ford. At Route 33 and Hamilton Road, 2 minutes off 270, and at ReichertFord.com. We're dealing.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
Based on 2024 Ford report for total new retail sales. Cincinnati region. Leases on approved credit. No security deposit required. Tax, tags, title, and dealer fees extra. Ends April 1st.
Military veterans and active duty service members, you could become a certified cyber warrior with just 12 weeks of training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, and IT pros with these skills often enjoy abundant opportunity and a great lifestyle. Protect our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. GI Bill, SkillBridge, and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP.
The Reds are on the radio.
Long fly ball, deep left center field, way back. It is gone.
This could be an inside the park home run. Ellie De La Cruz is on.
He leaps and he caught it.
20 home runs on the year for Spencer Steer.
What will Terry Francona's 2025 Reds look like? Find out for yourself. Cactus League play is underway. Hear all the action on your home of the Reds.
Bo Bishop here. High Bank Distillery Co. is the most awarded distillery in America at the 2024 San Francisco World Spirits Competition. Stop by your local liquor store to grab a bottle, or the 3 restaurant locations in Gahanna, Grandview, or Westerville. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
The Buckeye Show.
The next year or two, you giving him a shot to win it? I am. Devontae Smith wins the Heisman. You can't picture Jeremiah winning it?
I don't see how you couldn't.
The Buckeye Show.
Presented by Coors Light and sponsored by Care Source.
Weeknights at 6 on The Fan.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
At Bob's Discount Furniture, you get the lowest prices every day. Like our modular Bob, which configures to fit your family at just $250 each section. Sleep well on our game-changing mattresses like my highly rated Prize and news-making Treasure. And quality meets value with our Ellington dining set. Only $12.99 every day. No phony sales ever. When you get everyday low prices on the furniture of your dreams, there's only one thing to say.
Oh, my Bob.
Bob's Discount Furniture.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Airflow Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeye Show, your friend and mine, Timmy Hull.
Oh, you guys, a lot of pizza madness this week.
Are you happy that Flyers made it through to the second round?
Of course I'm happy. Very happy to see a hometown pizza spot. They're our guys. We've had more pizzas from them than anywhere else. It's not even close.
Yeah, well, I'm glad yours got through, Timmy. Ted is over there grinding his teeth, so angry at us.
Well, Ted, maybe if you tried more than 3 places.
Must be nice.
Are you going to try something this week? Try something new this
I'm
weekend.
going to try all of these, so that next year I'll be right there with you.
But why don't you, the ones that have made it through to the second round, go try some of those so you can talk about them.
I will if they're in my radius. I'll do that.
How big is your radius, Ted? I know where your
radius.
No, probably like a half hour. You know,
Okay.
3 minutes from the house. That's what I'm willing to drive.
If you get up to Gahanna, right, that'll get you to some of these spots, I think.
Yeah, go have a nice little time at the Creekside area.
Sure.
And see what's around.
You know, you and I are going to have a problem in the second round.
Oh, yeah.
What's the issue?
Flyers is up against George's.
Oh,
my
boy.
place in Shawnee Hills.
That's a toughie.
That is a toughie.
That's a toughie. I'm going to have to go try George's then.
You should go try George's.
I'm going to like George's. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
I didn't think I was getting a Men's Warehouse from George Zimmer. That's a good reference, Timmy.
How's George Zimmer? How's
George doing?
He's got to be dead.
Oh,
gone?
Let's not look it up.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Let's just live in blissful ignorance of this fact. I don't want to know.
Nothing like when your wedding budget is in that certain place and your speed is the Men's Warehouse.
Yep. That's it. Right. That's exactly right. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Fine suits, right? They tailor there.
Yeah, they do.
They'll get you looking. You're going to like the way you look.
I hope George is still
go out of
with
there
us.
looking like crap.
I hope George is still with us.
He is still with us.
Good.
He's 76.
But their business is long gone, right? Kind of a
Men's
thing in the
Warehouse?
No, it's still around.
Still banging?
Oh, yeah. They got Men's Warehouse all over the place.
I'm not all over the place.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with you. No, I go to the McDonald's on Tuttle sometimes to get a little bite to eat on the way home. And right
Mickey D's and Men's Warehouse.
When I pull into the drive-thru, directly behind their drive-thru, there is a Men's Warehouse.
Okay. I used to go to a men's clothing store on Lane. Something closed. Maybe it was the Jose A. Bank. You ever go to those, Mike?
Joseph A. Bank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they had a location on Lane. Maybe I've got it backwards. Maybe the Jose Bank closed and then a Men's Warehouse went in to that
I was going to
spot.
say, by the way, I didn't realize this. On June 19th, 2013, the Men's Warehouse board dismissed Zimmer for unspecified reasons and declined to offer any explanation in the press release.
Oh, did he hop on a phone call like Papa John and just lay into people?
Don't do him like that without any evidence.
I hope not.
Zimmer himself did shed a little light on the issue when he talked to CNBC. He said, over the last 40 years, I have built Men's Warehouse into a multi-billion-dollar company with amazing employees and loyal customers who value the products and service they receive at Men's Warehouse. Over the past several months, I expressed my concerns to the board about the direction the company is currently heading. Instead of fostering the kind of dialogue in the boardroom that has in part contributed to our success, the board has inappropriately chosen to silence my concerns through termination as an executive officer.
I can't imagine what that would be like to be like the key person that built something into what it is. And then you go public and you become bigger and bigger and bigger. And it takes many, many different people to keep the company going.
That is the risk when you give up control.
You get pushed out.
That's, I don't know.
Willem Dafoe and Spider-Man.
Is that what you think?
Out.
Is George Zimmer going to turn into Hobgoblin? Is that what's going to happen?
He should go.
Yeah.
He should
or the
turn into Green Goblin.
Not Hobgoblin, Green Goblin.
Throw
That's
those little spike ball grenade things into their next board meeting.
Yeah.
He shouldn't do that.
No, I think, you know what, let's see if
That's a comic book movie.
Well, how do we know? Maybe he's got the engineering prowess to make all that stuff. You never know. Let's see. 3D printing's a hell of a thing now. He could be making all that stuff.
He could.
They're cloning sheep now.
They're doing it
just
all.
3D print
Come
yourself
on.
a Green Goblin
Get you
thing.
a Green Goblin suit. Just get you a little AI Willem Dafoe voice.
What's coming up on the Buckeye Show?
Me and Dane Sanzenbacher.
My guy.
Tonight for a couple hours. We got Buckeye Sounds Aplenty. Matt Patricia, Brian Hartline, Ryan Day, the head honcho. We're going to hear from Pat Murphy tonight, get some more takes from him on things we might have missed because every single assistant coach was talking today over there. We can't get to all of them, but we'll try to get to things we missed and getting ready for a big Buckeye basketball game. It's a house divided game for Dane. He's Ohio State. The wife is Indiana. The basketball
He's
game
married to Anthony Rothman.
That's right.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Of course not.
What do you want to do for dinner tonight?
Dane?
Well, we go down to Louisville. And
yes, Dane is his name. Hey, Sanji boy.
I was thinking about funny food.
What's your face? Dane. My bad.
How about a little eggplant parmesan?
I was thinking about a hot brown.
That's a Louisville special right
hot
there.
Brown there. Watch the ponies. We can pick it.
Pick it?
We can pick it.
I assume Anthony doesn't like the horse racing.
Oh, right. I see. Yeah, I would think not. That's
no way.
Maybe he hates horses.
No, I think he likes horses.
Hates horses?
He likes animals.
It's an animal.
It's an animal.
Yeah.
He loves
All animals.
Yeah.
Yes, he would be for the proper treatment of animals. What about in the old days when people rode horses to get around?
But that was a necessity.
The necessity.
It's the back page. The back page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Man, I am just reading the dumbest article possible. I know they have to write this article. Everyone has it this weekend. Spring forward, daylight savings time begins this weekend for most of the U.S. And again, if you didn't know, Sunday morning, we spring forward an hour, we lose an hour. So now you know.
Who doesn't take part? Is it Arizona?
I feel like
flops.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Is Indiana's done with that now? I think they used to be.
With it.
No. Indiana used to, I want to say, hold back an hour.
Yeah, I think they changed.
I think they're done. I think they now are on. They're on with it. I don't know when it was that we were going to get rid of this or go to this all the time, but that's not happened yet, so we still do this time change. But this article has this wonderful line. It says, if you use a smartphone as an alarm, there's no need to do anything, as the clocks will automatically adjust. But if you use an analog or digital clock not connected to Wi-Fi, you will need to set the clock 1 hour ahead before you go to bed.
You know, and I don't want to sound like Elon or anything, but we got to start thinning out the herd. We really do. Who needs to know this information?
I don't know. Every website has to have some article like this, like, hey, FYI, just say it's daylight savings time. You know what to do. If you don't, too bad.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Guess what you'll do? You'll be an hour late to something on Sunday. Otherwise, then you'll figure it out.
All right, Buckeyes show's next. Have a great weekend of pizza. We'll see you next week. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slower traffic on northbound 71 on the north side between 270 and Polaris Parkway. And there's a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 from Lane Avenue to Town Street. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Meet the new Monopoly Bonus Spectacular scratch-offs from the Ohio Lottery. Scratch off greenhouses to reveal winning numbers for a chance at over $113 million in total cash prizes. That's a spectacular amount of winnings. 5 games from $1 to 20. Multipliers from 5 to 100 times. Chance bonuses and top prizes up to $1 million. When you play the Monopoly Bonus Spectacular scratch-offs, what you find under a greenhouse could change everything. Monopoly is a trademark of Hasbro. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
This is a Craver service announcement. Stop what you're doing and get 10 cheese sliders for a new low price of just $7.99. Your choice of melty American, spicy jalapeno, or cheddar cheese. Only $7.99 for 10 cheese sliders. White Castle. Follow your crave.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for mouth-watering meals and appetizing ingredients. Our low prices add up to big savings, plus over $600 in digital coupons each week, and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you always get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Right now, 80% lean ground beef is on sale. 3-pound packages are only $3.99 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
1-800-GOT-JUNK is your friend with the truck.
We make junk disappear.
All you have to do is point.
All our people are in uniforms.
And our trucks are clean and shiny.
And big.
We leave spaces empty and clean.
For you.
1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about $10,000 in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
It's a different world today than it was 30 years ago when I started Care Heating and Cooling. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, 30 years ago, you were the first to warn of companies using service technicians as salespeople, of abusing the trust that a service technician has. With the big conglomerates now buying companies all over Central Ohio, this has become the normal business model.
It's all about greed. The conglomerates know they can make a lot more money by incentivizing their technicians to sell furnaces instead of fixing them. They train their techs to take advantage of a customer when they are the most vulnerable.
Dad, that is not how we were taught. In 2024, Care Heating and Cooling was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Hey, it's Anthony, and I've got a fitting personalized for you. From the moment you walk in the Good Feet store, they're going to take the time to understand your unique lifestyle, your daily routines, and most importantly, the pain that brought you in to see them in the first place. If your feet ache after a long day or that discomfort starts radiating through your knees, your hips, your back, I've been there. The Good Feet store is going to help you where you need relief and find the arch supports that work best for you. And they're working for me. I walked all over the place in New Orleans covering the big game. I was loving it. I literally was walking for miles around the French Quarter, Canal Street, everywhere because I had my personally fit arch supports in my shoes. For more than 30 years, the Good Feet store has helped thousands of people get back to feeling comfort on a daily basis. I want you to be one of them. Go in, take the free test walk. They're immediately available. Good Feet products are proudly made in the USA on Polaris Parkway and on